That's a ride by the beat.
Yo, Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Carolinas Armchair GM. I am your host, CJ. I apologize for the extended wait with the starting soon screen, but I had a little unexpected occurrence here just now. But everything is all good. Welcome to another episode of Roster Talk. Okay, and I saved this one for last for the obvious reasons. Okay, this is Roster Talk episode 7, and we're going to talk about the quarterback spot. Okay, the most polarizing position on the Carolina Panthers, since Bryce Young has been drafted. Okay, so we're going to get into that, and I can hear both of y'all. Okay, I'm sorry, my backstage guests are talking a little trash. One of them is. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all joining. Okay, and on everybody's way in, make sure y'all do one thing for me. Okay, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. I appreciate the love and support. Again, thank everybody for helping me get over 2K subscribers. I appreciate you. Oh, and also y'all in the chat, okay, especially everybody on YouTube. If we see Uncle Leroy, pop in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all let me know and let him know that he won the giveaway last week, and I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Okay, so if he pop up today, make sure we let him know that he won, so I can get his information and send him the chain. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. And again, today we're going to talk about the quarterback spot. All right, probably gonna be the last roster talk episode. Could throw special teams in there, but and not to diss the special teams at all, but Fitzgerald's the kicker, Jansen is the long snapper, and Achan is probably going to be the returner. Achan and maybe David Moore or whoever else on kickoffs. So we'll see. You know what I mean? I don't have any issues with Fitzgerald, Fitzpatrick, whatever his name is. Our kicker, I think he did great last year, undrafted free agent. Fitzpatrick, thank you. I think he did a great job last year. JJ Jansen, the forever not aging long snapper, and besides a few muffs from HN last year, I think he was solid. So we'll see. So that's my little spill about the special teams, just to for nobody to say I didn't say anything about them. I mean, I don't think I can dedicate a whole episode to the special teams. Okay. All right, but joining me as always, okay? As always, we have the Barry White of podcast. Y'all help me welcome Mr. Low Tone Tony. Don't
What
don't
it
don't do it.
is,
Don't
what it
okay.
ain't.
It's better than
What
last
happening, cuz?
week. That's all good. All good, man.
What's happening, dog?
Hey, everything good, man. Blessed to see another day on this earth, man. Blessed to get back here and talk my junk about my Carolina Panthers.
Already.
Good junk and bad junk. But I'm just blessed to be here and talk about them. Yes, sir. All right. And
Yes,
so to
sir.
start us off, we got another guest that is joining us. Okay. The newly minted "Don't Mess With Me" podcaster in Panther Nation. Because if you do, you will get what the name states. He is going to put them paws on you. Popping, what's going on with
AKA
you,
the
big dog?
feds.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, we're
AKA
gonna
the
put our
feds.
paws on these topics today.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
Oh, I did see
God.
Uncle Leroy, but he was busy in a bingo game. So yeah,
Oh God. You saw a bingo or spades? or,
it was
or gin
bingo.
rummy.
nah. Uncle Leroy play that big whiz.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he play
Oh,
that big whiz.
you
Yeah,
know,
we
That's
step up
people
in
hilarious.
play Biz
competition.
Wiz was locked up. Well, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Watch your
Wow.
mouth,
Okay.
Poppy. Watch your mouth.
Okay.
My fault.
Wow. Wow. Y'all
Watch your
crazy,
mouth.
man. Papa, what's going on with you, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
Man, it's been a good week. Everybody's about to get super excited
Mm-hmm.
because we all know what's coming.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, the boys about to put on the pass and some click clacking about to happen.
Not some click clacking. I love it.
Yes,
I
yes,
love it.
sir.
Yeah, because
Sir.
the rookies report Tuesday, veterans report Wednesday, and first practice is Thursday, and Fan Fest is Friday. Okay,
I
so
will be there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I will be there too, me and the family. So I'm trying to get some good footage, put some, post some stuff up there. But again, I'm going to convey my displeasure without being able to with not being able to go to training camp again this year. But it is what it is. All I can say is this, Mr. Tepper, the Carolina Panthers, next year, please make it a thing. I know training camp is always a thing, but my first training camp was the last training camp down in Spartanburg. And then the
Yep.
next year I was able to go to the one here in Charlotte. So at 2 years of that back to back, that fun, that joy, the anticipation, and then 2 years of nothing. So, Mr. Tepper, Carolina Panthers, next year I need y'all to make this a damn thing, okay? Like make it big. All right?
Oh, it's
So,
gonna be big. It's gonna be big for
man,
maybe more than one reason.
it better be. It better be. All right, so let me get into a few comments here before we get started. Talks with Omar 11. Great topic. Appreciate you, big dog. Yeah, man, this gonna be a good one no matter what, bro. J Rock Sticky said, I'm here for the inevitable crash out. Well, it's probably gonna come. Gerald Sticks Jones, what's going on? We just said good morning. J Rock Stick said some people just want to see the world burn. Mr. Wayne Alfred, yeah, boy. Boy,
Hey,
yes,
no
sir.
lies detected.
Let me see. B Wise 804 VA. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, B Wise. How you doing, brother? I said we've seen attic level and basement lows. What Bryce do we get week to week? That is a fact. Yep, that is a fact. We're gonna talk about that here in a minute. See, JR6 said high five. Broski, what's going on? He said, let's get into it. Yes, sir. We're gonna get into it in a hot second here. He said, Broski has that look in his eyes. And it's on said that goes the neighborhood. Yo, let me see. Black Socks, what's going on with you? Yo, I like that. That's pretty cool. Marcos Cash said, what's up, fellas? Going on? He also said, what's up, Panther Nation? All right. Let me see. Said pitching quarters. Got you. Let me see. Rashak said, what it do, my dude? What's going on with you, Rashak? How you doing this morning? Oh man, Gerald, let me tell you. Okay, he says, bring back the grass. I put it like this: if FIFA can come over here and get these NFL stadiums to cover up the logos for the stadiums and call the joint Los Angeles Stadium, Dallas Stadium, New York, New Jersey Stadium, Kansas City Stadium, and all that stuff. And the thing is, the World Cup, I'm sorry, not World Cup, but FIFA, and people who play soccer international, whatever, they don't play on the artificial grass. They play on real grass. And you can see all these stadiums were able to get that real grass in there for these FIFA World Cups, World Cup games. And my thing is this: if they can do that for them, they can do it for their own players, because I know I've heard a lot of NFL players still complain about this turf. You know what I mean? Think back to the Detroit game a few years ago when it was like 25 degrees in uptown Charlotte that day. And the Panthers Devontae Foreman and Chuba Hubbard ran all over Detroit that day. That was a game where they talked a lot of crap about that artificial turf as well. So, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm with you, man. Bring back the grass. Sideburn, good morning. What's going on with you? Clay, what's up, Clay? Congrats on the 2K, CJ. Appreciate you. Hey, Clay, if you can stick around, man. I got I got a question I'm gonna ask off of a comment that you made the other day. All right. So let me see, broski's shouting out Marcos. Okay, let's get into it, fellas. All right. So, and let me do this because I am on the wrong. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. So first off, a little bit of Panther news to get into. Brady Christensen, everybody. Brady Christensen is back. Okay. The Panthers re-signed him yesterday. I think Right as you were going ending the live yesterday morning, the news broke that that he was resigned. And all I
Yeah,
can say is I put out a real short yesterday, and I had my man playing, let's go in the background. I was just sitting there, I was like, bruh, like thank you, Carolina. But this is not too big of a surprise because just recently Brady Christensen was cleared for activity. Okay, so and he it wasn't signed with anybody, so he was a free agent. So the doctors that he was working with, he's cleared to go. And I think once the Panthers got him back in the facility, they probably took a look at him too and said, "Okay, big guy, you good to go." I got a feeling this was the plan the entire time. You know what I mean? The Panthers had to have a little bit of I ain't gonna say confidence or assurance, because he
security.
still yeah, even still he's still coming back from injury. So there's still that period. He still has to get out there on the field because all he's been doing is rehabbing and training. Now you get out there and you put the pads on and get out there and get to work. And we see how that Achilles holds up. Okay. So Pop and Tony, how do y'all feel about the Panthers re-signing Brady Christensen? And are y'all as elated as I am?
You can go ahead. You can
Go
go ahead.
ahead, Papa.
Pass. Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna let the trenches get him first.
No, you
I'm
go
not. I'm not upset about the pick. I actually like Brady Christensen when we got him. Uh, I think he's a good. I think he showed that he is good enough to be a starter. He's intelligent enough to play anywhere across that O line. Might be overrated, but at the same time, I'm glad that he's a Carolina Panther because you always need that.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, I was over the moon excited. I was excited and upset at the same time. The reason why I was excited was because Brady Christensen was back. He offers that security because he can play all five positions. He knows the offense. He knows the coaches. Unfortunately, he missed last year, majority of last year because of the Achilles tendon. Seems to
Hmm.
be healthy, and he's back. The reason why I'm upset at it is not because of Brady Christensen, because 5 minutes later they didn't make the announcement that Stone Forsythe was cut or released. So I woke up this morning hoping
Oh, for
that
real?
I was going to see some good news on my timeline. I was like, well, maybe after I went to sleep or something like that, something happened. But that wasn't the case. So CJ had to talk me down off the ledge last night, and let old Stone Forsythe hang around and just be a camp body. So after I thought about it, pondered on it for a little minute, I was like, you know what, that makes
uh,
sense, CJ. I feel a little convinced. I feel good about what you said. So yeah, so that's what was happening in that very moment. Glad to see Brady back. Um, Stones force it. The countdown is on you, sir. Yeah.
That is hilarious. Hey, well, while we talking about people here, let me add to the stage the one and only Mr. Tip Drill Will Robinson. Sir, how you doing there, good buddy?
Hey, good morning. Good afternoon, fellas.
Yes,
Great
sir.
beard. What's happening?
What's going
Nothing
on?
much, man. I got a little
Ho-
color in it today.
Hold on,
You
why
got
you call him Gray Beard?
that's old military term there, CJ.
Oh, okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Show love to your seniority.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I've seen Will in person. I mean, I ain't think he had enough bleach in his beard to call him gray beard now.
It's getting
Nah,
there.
nah. Yeah. Yeah, he
That
ain't
is
too far from
hilarious.
it.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all are crazy. Okay. All right. Well, cool. Well, Will, since you're joining, how do you feel about the Panthers re-signing Brady Christensen, sir?
Well, I saw it that morning. I saw it yesterday when I was heading back from work. I had to travel back, and
Mm-hmm.
I knew Pastor Trenches was super excited. You couldn't tell him
Uh-huh.
nothing. Hey, I really was concerned that we didn't have the right depth on the O line.
Mhm.
I was really nervous about it. I was hoping that we did get him, and I'm glad we did. He played all
Okay.
5 positions before, which is a plus. I think Stone Fold is on pack watch.
Stone fold.
Is on pack
Yeah.
watch now.
Talk to
Um,
him, Will.
um, I'm excited about it. That means that
Oh god.
they are recognizing where there's some depth needed. I'm hoping that they address some depth that they got in other places as well. It was spine of the defense. I think we need defensive line depth and we need linebacker depth.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that
Definitely.
we address some of that throughout this season. I mean throughout training camp. But I'm not going to touch on the position that I always touch on that I really would want help in, because Tony always come with all that fact-based analysis and just rain on my parade. So I don't even want that this
Hey,
morning.
this ain't even my show. This CJ, sir. I'm over here quiet. I'm over here quiet.
Y'all are funny. Okay, all
Yeah.
right, bet. I'm gonna take the consensus as being that we're all happy that the Panthers brought Brady Christensen back. And like me and Tone was saying last night when I was trying to keep him from going out midnight riding in the desert, shooting up flares and displaying his displeasure with Stone Forth still being on the team. Brady Christensen for right now is going to be a depth piece, a solid depth piece. And like I always say, if the Panthers can go out here and have a healthy start to the season, a healthy middle of the season, and a healthy end of the season, it does nothing more but help this man go ahead and get back, where he needs to be. Hopefully, if he is called upon, it's not for an extended period of time. Because the thing is, like right now, we have the left tackle battle. He could slide in to be a backup right tackle right now up under Taylor Moton. You know what I mean? He can play both guard spots. So, and the thing is, if Brady Christensen, now that he's resigned, if he's back, okay, does that mean the Panthers may keep one less offensive lineman because of the versatility of Brady Christensen? Like I said, depending on how camp goes, depending on how the preseason goes, and how he gets what's the general census with him and the organization and how they feel about his health going into the start of the season. All right. Because my thing is he makes it through camp great, preseason great. He's making a spot. Okay, so whose spot is he taking, and does that free up the Panthers to have another spot somewhere else? You know what I mean? Because I want to say a couple years ago the Panthers kept 10 offensive linemen. Last year they kept 9. You know what I mean? So I don't know exactly how that's going to be, because you think about it, you got your starting 5, whether that be maybe just say it's Freeling at left tackle. Then you got Damian Lewis, Heck or Fortner at center. Let's just say Heck. Okay, I'm going with the rookies. Then you got Robert
Yeah.
Hunt. Then you got Taylor Moton. So that's 5. Then you're gonna keep Fortner. That's 6. You're gonna keep Rasheed Walker. That's number 7. Okay. Then you got a Brady Christensen. Who can slide in here and there. That's 8. So okay, maybe not. They'll probably still keep 9. Yeah. Okay. They'll probably still keep 9 offensive linemen, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. And let me get into some more comments here. SC Panthers boy says, "Sup, fellas? Brock is back. Yes, he is. Eternal. What's good? What's good, Mister One Way or the other? All right. So ain't no middle ground. Hey,
Mr.
Eternal.
Developmental.
Hey, Eternal. Turn your volume on. I got something to say to you. Development. Let me tell you, boy, he gonna crash the hell out. Charlie Gamer. So glad we got Brady back. Yes, sir. How you doing this morning? Said beautiful depth at O-line. More hard decisions on who we keep on the roster is good. This is true. Can Stone play guard? I don't know. I don't want them to find out. I really don't want them to find
He
out.
can guard his front door at home. That's what he can guard.
Hey, you know the memes that have been going around lately where you hear the trumpets playing, they be like, when the shit
Yeah.
about to hit the fan. Yeah, go ahead and go ahead and play the trumpets for my man if Brady is if Brady is okay. Let me see. They keep nine. Okay.
y'all are y'all saying that Brady can play center?
Yeah,
Yes.
He has.
he started at center, he started at both guard spots, and he
Right.
started at left tackle at one point. He's played all five positions for us in the 5 years that he's been here. But he
So
started at center,
Mhm.
got both guard spots, and
uh,
left tackle. I want to say once. Okay, but
so
he's
so
played
so
all five spots.
so let me throw this out there. Just a question for the panel.
Hmm.
Could Brady actually be the future right tackle?
Uh
Maybe.
Mm,
I okay, I'm not gonna say future right tackle, but if he can come back and stay healthy, depending on what they do with Taylor Moton, he
that's what
could
I'm
be a
saying. Yeah.
bridge. Yeah, he could be the bridge until the what they figure out if until they figure out what they want to do. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You might be able to get two more good years out of well, even more than two. You get two good years out of Brady Christensen, if they want to throw him at right tackle and then you draft somebody in this draft, maybe no, I'm sorry, next year's draft, or maybe the year after that, or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, what the rest of y'all think?
That was a good question that Poppin brought up. I didn't even think about that
I'm putting the pause
last
on the
night.
questions too.
Yeah, I was trying to find a way for Stone get a Greyhound bus ticket. That was top of my agenda. But yeah, hey, he didn't pan out at the left tackle. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people remember Brady Christensen was the highest rated left tackle coming out in the draft. The reason why I believe he slipped in the draft is because the level of competition that they play in the Big 12 while he was at BYU. Um, but they talked about his arms being too short. That I mean, there's always a way around that.
Mm-hmm.
He may he he is best suited out on the edges than in the middle. I don't think
Okay.
and I've talked about this before. He don't have the weight or the strength to hold up in the middle when he was playing center
Mm-hmm.
or guard. He had some good snaps at right tackle. He
Mm-hmm.
put some good snaps on tape. But yeah, right tackle, I wouldn't rule it out. I would not rule
Okay.
it out.
Hey,
Because like you
real
said,
quick. Oh
go ahead. No, go ahead.
no,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead and finish. No, you finished. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because Taylor Moton time is up sooner than later, and they're gonna need to fill that right tackle spot. So you got Brady Christensen, you got the possibility of Icky going over to the right side because I think the left side is done for him. So you got
Mm,
options if you choose to move on from Taylor Moton at the end of this year.
okay. All right, bet. Hey, and Tone, you will love the comment right there. Gerald Sticks Jones says, "I'll buy Chandler
Yes,
Zavala's Greyhound ticket home."
yes. Facts, Gerald.
I'm with you.
Facts.
I'm with you. Get him out here
Facts.
right
Boy,
now.
we had a whole
Let me
conversation
know if
about
you need
Chandler
me to put
Zavala
something
last
on it.
night. Hey, I add to it as well. And the thing is, you know, it's crazy because I'm like, Tone, I said, but the thing is like, why hasn't he been let go of yet? You know what I mean? And no disrespect to Chandler Zavala, just going on what has happened. Okay, he's injury prone. You know what I mean? I don't think he's a terrible guard, but he can't stay on the field. And I know Tone is like, nah, bro, he can't stay on the field and he ain't worth a bag of nickels. So yeah.
Right.
Well, I said
Yeah.
once
Okay.
Icky got hurt, he was gone. I said, well, your best friend done got hurt. Now you out of here. You can't sit here
Mm,
and hold you up and keep pulling for you. Like, oh yeah, well, I'm pulling Zabala with me. Nah, Icky got to focus on him. So Zabala, I don't,
yeah.
go play
Hey,
in Germany.
Rashad. Yeah, Rashay, I'm tending to agree with you. He said I don't think Zavala going nowhere. I don't think he is neither. I
Okay.
don't think he is neither.
Don't be
Said
surprised.
says Zavala goes anywhere, it's gonna be injured reserve. Damn.
Oh,
Well,
See,
that's
see what
wrong
I'm
right
talking
there.
that's cold. That is cold. That's
about?
so cold. All right, cool beans.
Oh man,
Oh
that's
my god, yo. Oh, it says Zip. Let me see. Zip do it all. So, yes, sir. Tony, good content on a Saturday. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, big
Yeah.
dog. Appreciate you. All right. So, as my dad used to say, let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this. And let's go ahead and start talking about the main topic, and that is the quarterback spot. Okay. So my next slide, we're going to start off with our starting quarterback, Bryce Young. And these were his numbers from last season, put next to the averages for the quarterback spot from the 2025 season. Okay. And let me go through them. So completion percentage, 63.6. The league average was 65.3. All right. Passing yards, 188.2 yards per game. League average was 229.9. Passing TDs, 23, league average 24. Interceptions, 11, league average 12. Passer rating, 87.8, league average 91.4. Rushing TDs, 2, league average 3.5. All right. Now, on the screen, team record was 8-8. But remember, Bryce did miss one game, so he did lead us to an 8-8 record. And then Andy Dalton played the game where we lost to Buffalo here at home. Okay.
Right.
So, okay. So, fellas, now I know everybody has their opinions on Bryce Young, whether it's good, bad, indifferent, or what. But going by what we see right here, okay, we made it to the playoffs. We played the Rams tough in the wild card game. But all these stats right here scream that Bryce Young is a slightly below average quarterback. Okay. I'm not saying he's, he's trash, but if you go by everything you say you see on the screen here, Bryce Young is a slightly below average quarterback. Okay. And that's just kind of the facts of it. And that's just what we have. All right. So now, do y'all agree or disagree? And do y'all have anything to say about these stats on the screen here?
Call on somebody.
Hmm?
Yeah, you want me
Who
to
you want to
jump
go
in here?
first?
Yeah, I go
It don't
first.
matter.
Oh, go ahead, Will.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead,
so
Will.
I would just say that yeah, the stat line. I don't have any complaints, or not shouldn't say complaints, any pushback on the stat lines. Um, I would say that through the adversity that we've suffered through as a Panther organization,
Mm,
offensive line woes, 73 sacks, in the first season, who his pass catchers were, um, and him trending upward. I mean, I can see the positivities in the numbers, and of course, I'm going to be, you know, optimistic, thinking that he will be
mm,
better with with the offensive line that we have this year. I think we have a top 10 offensive line. I think
okay.
we have better than average pass catchers than we've had in multiple years. With a decent running game, I think that he has every opportunity to excel this season versus being slightly below league average, and he has to prove that. No one else can do
Okay.
that but him.
Okay. I got you. All right. Pop and
Go
Tone.
ahead, Poppin. I'll go. Yeah, the numbers are the numbers.
Mm,
You can't dispute that. You can't make excuses for it. It is what it is. But as always, I always try to put things in context, right? So the
mm,
numbers say one thing, which I don't dispute whatsoever. I wouldn't call him a below average quarterback. I would say average. Um, and that's just based off the growth that I've seen from year one to the end of year three.
mm,
There's definitely plenty of room for him to get better. Starting number one with consistency.
mm,
That's been my number one thing with Bryce for the longest. Be consistent at the good things. Um, when I see these numbers, so when you look at 23 passing TDs opposed to 24, so he was one off of being in the top half,
mm,
as far as quarterbacks. Yardage, yeah, you definitely would want to see that be better. But again, it is what it is. Never gonna try to make excuses for it. The numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Period. Interceptions, he was below the league average in interceptions, so average. Um, Passer rating wasn't too far off. So you could technically say average, below average, however you look at it. Rushing TDs, because I don't feel he's a dual threat quarterback as some people do. If you got 2 rushing TDs out of him, to me that's good. So, just looking at his trajectory, where I believe he's ascending to, he's not descending. I would say he's average.
Okay. All right. Poppy, you back with us?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
All right.
Soon as you get to start doing something, all of a sudden everybody got to call you, and they ain't call you, and no other time you ain't need me or wanted me or to.
Preach, Poppy. Preach.
I don't know how that just seems how things work. Uh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm the prick that's gonna say what I'm saying. But
uh,
CJ, this is average, right?
mm,
And so I can't measure you saying, well, he's almost there. No, he didn't even make the averages. Like this is he didn't make the
that's what I
average.
said. If you look at these numbers here, he is a slightly below average quarterback, and I say slightly because he's close to every one of these metrics. The furthest one he's off from is the passing yards per game. That's why I said, slightly below average quarterback.
Yeah, that's no bueno, man. That's no bueno.
Mm-hmm.
That can't cut it this year. I mean, I'm
I feel
sorry.
you.
That's just that's not what we want to see. That can't be allowed. At least the NFL standard is to at least be the average. I mean, who wants to be just below in anything in life? You at least want to be the average.
Yeah,
So
I feel you.
yeah, this was dang. This is diabolical in a lot of ways in my mind. God,
Not diabolical.
I didn't know it was that bad. I'll be honest with you. I mean, he ain't far off,
Okay.
but I mean, yeah, that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
right, Papa. No,
oh.
it's definitely not acceptable. That is definitely not acceptable. I agree with you on that.
Hey, so we got somebody else in here with us, and I'm going to assume that this is Pastor Coon Brisket
PP.
himself.
He said Tony's hair comb.
So Tony's hair comb.
Oh,
Oh,
you
sweet
dated
Ron
Jesus
That's that
Burgundy.
Sunday.
laugh, dog. You know who that is.
What's what's up, Barack Prime? How you doing, brother?
That's all
Well,
right.
greetings and salutations, gentlemen. How y'all doing today?
All right, all
What's
right.
up
Oh,
with you, big dog?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm elated. I'm excited. It's a wonderful Saturday. The birds are chirping. The wind is blowing slightly from the west at 10 miles an hour. It's a beautiful day.
Wow.
It's a beautiful
Damn,
day.
that's
Yeah.
pretty brisk.
Damn. Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Beautiful. Hey, brother Will. What's up, Will?
What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much, man. Good to see you. Good to see Poppin, Tony, CJ. Good to see you guys, man.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, hold on. Well, Poppin, were you finished, or did you have something else to say?
Well, my last thing I'm going to say, this just proves that he's not elite, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I want, I
so
want my name. I
Hold
want
on,
my
Will.
name back
Hold
up
on, Will.
there. I want my name back up there.
Well, hold on. I'll change. Hold on, Will. PPP. Let me go ahead and give you a chance to comment on the graphic up here.
Okay, yeah. Let me look at it. 61. Okay.
No, he can't read.
Leave. Hold on. Wait a minute. Leave chat PPP alone.
Rushing
Oh my Jesus,
touchdowns. Okay.
yo, Charlie Gamer, that is
Oh.
hilarious, dog.
Yeah. So I mean, when I look at this graph here, first and foremost, it was wonderfully made. I just want to say that. But
Mm.
secondarily, I mean, listen, he's to me, he's on par to do what we've all thought he could do, which is become the franchise quarterback for this team. He's not that far off compared
Mm.
to, I guess, the far left who believe Bryce Young ain't ish. He's right on par, in my opinion, and I believe that he makes that step this year with a healthy Coker throughout the whole entire 17-week season. You have Ted, who he made Rookie of the Year. You have Chris Brazzell. Of course, we still have to see what's going on with Xavier Legette and what his contributions to the team will be in this upcoming season. But I don't see Bryce Young being too far off
Mm.
from where we thought he was going to be at, and this graph kind of shows it. I mean, he's right there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got you. I got you.
hmm
And okay, let me read this comment. Broski says the team's glaring weakness is Bryce Young. There's no way around it. He was the number 1 overall pick. Going into year 4, all you hear is excuses for him. What's really going on? Well, I don't think we've got up here and given a bunch of excuses. I think we've got up here and given our opinions so far. Okay, so Broski, tighten your chin strap up. It's gonna get a little bumpy here in a few minutes. Okay. Let me stop messing with Broski. I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
Hey, and let me also bring to the stage here from the Rock Star Report, Mr. Clay Rob. How you doing, sir?
Hey,
What's up,
Hey,
Hey,
fellas?
Boogie.
How
hey,
you
Clay,
doing,
Hey,
what's
dog?
up,
Boogie.
man?
What's happening?
What's up,
Oh
Clay?
man, just traveling, living the life.
That's what's
Yes,
nothing
up.
wrong
sir.
with
Feel
that.
you.
Yeah, I've been
All right.
behind on my content, but hey, we're working on it. We're working on it. So
Hey, trust
appreciate
me,
you
I
having
know
me
the
on,
feeling.
CJ. You
Yeah,
said you
man.
had a question for me, so I'm interested. I'm assuming it has to do with this topic.
Yeah. It was a question that I'm going to pose to everybody off of a comment that you made. It was on Tony's live
Yeah.
Thursday. It was on Tony's live on Thursday.
Yep.
But I
Mm.
thought it was interesting. I thought it was real interesting.
Sure.
But real quick, let me get your thoughts on the slide right here. And Bryce Young last year compared to the league averages from the rest of the NFL as far as quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a reasonable question to ask. Like, a lot of things like when Bryce entered the league in 2023, the conversation was, I think, centered around survival, really. So when
Mm-hmm.
you could overcome struggling offensive line, could he develop with one of the league's like weakest supporting cast? Could he maintain confidence, while learning behind an offense that really put him in a favorable situation? So those are reasonable questions, but
Yeah.
the 2025 changed because he did post career highs and all these things, right? Percentage, yards, rating, touchdowns. You have to reward progress, right? Because they
Mm-hmm.
still exercise his 5th-year option. So you keep him on the roster through 2027 because I don't think it was a move that was difficult for our organization. I think it should have been expected. It's most importantly because he helped us go to the NFC South Championship, right? Win. And, that doesn't mean he's finished development. It does mean the conversation has evolved to a different position in my eyes, right? That I don't think nobody's seriously asking whether Bryce belongs anymore. I do think that they're asking a much harder question, which is kind of what I
Mm-hmm.
was leaning towards with my comment, which is, can Bryce be that quarterback who consistently wins because of his play and not simply with the help of a roster around him? Because
Okay.
there's 2 different levels of quarterback in the NFL today. There are good quarterbacks who can just
Mm-hmm.
execute an offense, and there are
Mm-hmm.
great quarterbacks who can elevate an offense.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the leap that I'm hoping for in this year 4, is that Bryce can simply elevate the offense and be the reason why we win games and not be in spite of winning games. And so that's where I'm at. And that's why I made the
Okay.
comment that I made.
I got you. Hey, you know what? Getting into that. Okay, so this slide right here. And if anybody wants me to go back to it, just shout at me and let me know. but I'm gonna move to the next one, and I labeled this one the year 4 leap. Okay, and but before we get into that, now I wanted to ask something based off your comment the other day, Clay,
Sure.
and you're talking about win in spite of Bryce. Okay, looking back at last year, I want to get everybody's thoughts, and Broski. Okay, get ready. All right. um I'm not saying this to try to defend anything. I'm asking an honest question. Okay. How many games did the Panthers win last year in spite of Bryce? That's the question I'm throwing out to everybody in the chat and everybody here on the panel. Okay. If y'all think about it, just give me your best guess. How many games would you say that the Panthers pulled it out in spite of Bryce and whatever happened?
Oh, that's a interesting question
Ain't it
because
though?
that question would allude that Bryce Young did nothing in
Mm-hmm.
those games, which we can't point to not one game that Bryce Young wasn't a contributing factor to a win.
Mm-hmm.
I out of the 8 games that we did win, which the first one was Atlanta, the second one was, I believe, that was Miami,
Mm-hmm.
then Dallas, then we beat Green Bay,
Mm-hmm.
then I
And
believe we
But
played
The
Atlanta
the
again.
Jets.
The
The
yeah,
The
that was
Green
Jets.
in
Jets, the
between.
the Green
Jets
the
game.
Yeah.
Green Bay game was because of the defense. Because if
Mm-hmm.
if 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 they don't if Nick Scott, I know God forbid we hate him, but if he doesn't pick up that fumble, we don't win that game.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but also, I mean,
And the
it,
run
it,
game
it's
kept us in that game. Bryce was smart and efficient with the football, but they weren't passing the ball as much as the Packers were, which I was surprised, especially with the fact that of that wind. Basically, they had a windstorm that day. I mean, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah. If we're primarily talking about if we look at those games last year, and there's really like only like a few games I would say primarily like I'll give Bryce his flowers in this. If you look at the Miami game, Bryce was not flawless in that game, but he won that game. Now Rico Dowdle obviously was the engine in that game,
Mm-hmm.
but Bryce made a defining play in that game that won us that game. Falcons in the overtime, right? Of course,
Yeah.
that game itself speaks for itself with a franchise record. Okay, so that's 2 games right there. The Rams game is another one, right?
Mm-hmm.
That those are games that he won because of him. I'll
Mm-hmm.
give him the Buccaneers game and that was in a major divisional game. But the other games, you can make a case in spite of Bryce. Like the Packers game, I think was more in spite because again, 11 for
Mm-hmm.
20 for 102 yards, no touchdowns and interceptions, finished with a 48.3 passer rating. It kind of speaks for itself.
Well,
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 hold on. It doesn't speak for itself because when you look at what Green Bay did, even though he had 270 something yards, I'm talking about Jordan Love. Can you tell me how many touchdowns he had?
Yeah, but also we rushed for
Hold
106.
on,
But hold on, no, 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 no.
hold on.
Because I'm gonna back. Because
Clay,
I'm gonna.
Because you cut me off while I was talking. So I'm just asking you.
Oh
Can
well,
you
I
tell
thought you
me?
were asking me a question, so I
No, no,
thought
no,
I
no. I'm talking the first time. I'm asking you how many touchdowns did Jordan Love accomplish in that game?
one.
I think you need to look at it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying Carolina. Here's the thing: we rushed for 163 yards that game. The offensive line neutralized Green Bay's pass rush that game,
Hey
and
CJ,
we held the Packers to 13 points. That's the cleanest game we probably can say where the rest of the team carried the quarterback.
Hey, hold on real quick, Clay. Hold on. What's up, Will?
are you saying in spite of Bryce Young, as if Bryce Young was the reason why we would have lost the game, or Bryce Young wasn't the major contributing factor that we didn't win, that we won the game?
Correct.
Well,
He's
yeah.
not
No,
the major
I'm
factor.
asking. I'm
Yeah,
asking.
in the
I'm
major.
asking.
Hold on,
hold
Will.
on, Clay.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Clay, explain what you meant, because I might have a different
Yeah.
thought
Well, I
process
just said that
about the word spike.
yeah, like if we're talking about like primarily because of Bryce,
Mm.
I gave you those games: Dolphins,
Mm-hmm.
Falcons, Rams, Buccaneers. But when I said the Packers game was more of spite of Bryce, because you go look at that game itself, right? He was 11 for 20, 102
102
yards,
y'all.
no touchdowns, one interception, and 48.3 passer rating. I just
Mm-hmm.
said that we rushed for 163 yards that game, and our offensive
Mm-hmm.
line neutralized that pass rush of Green Bay, and the defense was able to hold the Packers to 13 points. That
Yeah.
is,
So
that's where the
Hold on,
clear
PPP.
that's where the clearest game is when you look at it, where the rest of the team carried him.
No,
That's the only game I'm mentioning so far.
so can I,
that's not true. And Jordan Love accomplished 0 touchdowns in that game,
so,
which is to my point. Just because he had 276 yards passing does not mean it was productive. If you look at that game, and I know you watched it, Clay, if you look at that game, the majority of his passes were, I want to say, no more than about 15 yards, if that. And I'm giving
Mm-hmm.
him that. I'm giving him that. It was a lot of yak yards, a lot of dink and dunks type stuff on both sides because of the wind. So I cannot give Jordan Love the nod in that game, and I can't take that game away from Bryce Young either, because there was pivotal points. Because you brought up one pivotal point in the Miami game, I'm bringing up one pivotal point inside the Green Bay game. If Bryce Young doesn't be the wizard in a sense that he is and fake out the defense inside that game in that last play, we may be looking at overtime.
I have a question.
no,
Hold
I
on,
didn't get.
Hold on, Pop. Hey,
Okay.
Will, you've been trying to speak for a minute. Go ahead. Go ahead. What you want to say?
I was just trying to get clarity on the despite of Bryce thing. So
Okay.
it can't be both. So
Mm-hmm.
it's either, so for example, and I'm using this as an example because this is outside of the 8 wins.
All
If
right.
we would have won that game against Arizona, that means that the Panthers would have won that game despite Bryce,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at all of the wins that we have. When you look at, and I can see Clay's point where he's talking about, Bryce statistical numbers. He wasn't the major contributing factor. Those types of things that enabled us to win. But is that winning despite the quarterback, or is that winning because there were other contributing factors that led to a team win? That's what I was trying to get clarity on in the question.
No, well, you're hitting it right on the head, in my opinion. I truly, and it's only the Green Bay game that I'm really saying about that last year, and that's the only game that I clearly see that. I think that a lot of the games, though, like was part of Bryce was part of it. I mean, you can say these three team wins where the Falcons, even though, and I'm not even going into the statistics in the Falcons game when we won 30-0, that was just a defensive shutout, right? Where he played responsibly, but we didn't need him to go out there and take over that game, right? That defense did it for us, right? Or the Cowboys game was another one where I felt like that was a team win, but also Bryce played really well, threw for 3 touchdowns, had a great passer rating. So I'm not saying that. There's games where it's despite of Bryce, which I'm only one I'm saying is the Packers. The three
Mm-hmm.
other wins I'm talking about, I felt like was a team win due to the Falcons, the Cowboys, the Jets, stuff like those games, and then the games that he clearly was primarily because of Bryce. I gave him the Falcons over win time, the Rams game, the Buccaneers game, which was a major divisional game, and then of course the Dolphins.
All right. Hold on. So, okay, Poppin, you wanted to say something. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, I like the way Clay's breaking it down because he's also taking into consideration, I think, a lot of the full aspect of the game. The
Mm-hmm.
running, the defense. Um, Not really sure why we're talking about Jordan Love because it doesn't matter what Jordan Love does or did. I mean, even though he threw 287, 80 something yards, I guess that was a lot of yak. I guess I don't, but I'll have to go back and watch. So in my mind, I guess I was trying to simplify it, and Clay, tell me if I'm wrong. Basically, are you saying in my mind, uh, which games Bryce put the team on his back per se?
Hey, well, Clay. Well, let me jump in here real quick. Now, when I say when I hear somebody say something happened in spite of a situation or a person, you got the result that you wanted despite that person or that thing being the reason why it wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? And I see Broski's in the chat and he puts this up. Okay, Rico saved Bryce's career. Rico carried the team to 3-point wins last season.
Oh,
Bryce
here
threw
we
for
go.
102 yards in the INT in Green Bay. He tried to lose the game, but Rico and the defense stepped up. Okay, well, bro, see, my thing with that is, okay, when you say Rico saved Bryce's career, Rico carried the team to 3-point wins. I'm not going to disagree with you in the fact that Rico did carry the team because he had 200 something yards in the Dallas game, the Miami game, 180 something in the Dallas game, and then he had 130, in the in the Green Bay game. But my thing is this, like, and I just want some clarity, holding spite of thing, because I feel like, and not you, Clay,
Yeah, I
not
know. I
you when
feel
I'm
you.
saying this, not you, but I'm feeling like when a lot of people read your comment, a lot of people were like, well, they feel like none of the wins that we had were because of Bryce.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I feel like I'm not gonna get out here and be like every game we won last year was solely because of Bryce. I feel like a lot of those games, were team efforts,
Yeah.
which is what you want to see. You,
Well,
you know
that's
what I
kind.
mean? Yeah. And
And
he and
TJ,
he,
can I just like rebuttal real quick so maybe I can give a little bit of more like clarity for everyone
yeah.
what I'm kind of
Mm-hmm.
getting at. So I don't think Bryce carried us for an entire season. I think there was 4 out of 8 4 out of those 8 wins where he was driven by primarily by our defense, the run game, or a complete team effort. So that's where I'm getting at. The idea
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
is that we simply won in like the whole simply in won in spite of him. I will also say in a aspect is that it's also unfair to say that because I only count like when we go back, like I said, I only count one clear victory where I felt that Bryce played poorly and the team rescued him, which is the Green Bay game. But the encouraging part that I am getting at is the best performances came in the most important situations. The comeback against Miami, a franchise record performance at Atlanta, right? 3 touchdowns against the Rams. Efficient football in a critical game in that Tampa Bay win. So
Yeah. Hmm.
that's where I'm getting at with this.
Can
Mm-hmm.
can I respond to Broski Bear comment real quick?
Go ahead, Will.
Um, a running game is a quarterback's best friend, and to say that a running back saved a quarterback's career is it's a tall order. Um, all I got to say to comments like that, especially from Broski, until you can give me something negative about Chicago, um, the comments about Bryce seems to be all about negativity about Bryce. You got to be able to have a nuanced, layered conversation around this quarterback because there were several things that needed to be that just like Clay pointed out. You can I don't think you can't name any quarterback in the NFL that's a franchise quarterback, and I'm not saying Bryce is a franchise quarterback
Mm-hmm.
that his team hasn't bailed him out of a game. That just doesn't exist. Or you can't say that. Are we going to say that the Philadelphia Eagles run game um is null and void on it's just doesn't make sense to me. I just is he's such a polarizing figure. you can't have a nuanced conversation without comments like that.
Mm,
It's weird.
Mic
okay,
check,
I
mic
got
check,
you.
mic check, mic check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you good,
man.
Pop? We
And
hear you,
Yeah,
bro.
Okay,
Papa,
okay.
we
I
hear
think
you.
y'all couldn't hear me earlier, man. I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
we
right.
good.
Oh,
Go
my
ahead,
fault.
Hey,
chat PPP. Oh no, wait, no, hold on. Go ahead, Tone, because you been you ain't said nothing in a minute.
I'm just I just want to hear what
My
everybody
bad.
have to say. Basically, I really don't have a conversation um answer to that conversation because it's such a nuanced type of topic of conversation to have in spite
Mm,
of or because of, and I mean
mm,
that's crazy. But I I know some people said that well I know Clay pointed out that he would give the Miami game to Bryce, the Bryce, the team winning because of Bryce. Is that right, Clay?
Yeah, I mean, I give Bryce the Miami game because of the
Okay.
fact that he will,
Anybody else?
even though he wasn't flawless, but I
mm.
would call
I ain't
it
say he had to be flawless. There's no such thing as flawless.
right.
There's no such thing as a flawless quarterback.
Yeah,
well,
I just
Um,
think that
so
he
anybody, go
I,
ahead. My
I'm,
bad.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Tony. That you can't show me one game that we won this past season where Bryce Young wasn't a contributor in the game, and
That,
that's
that's not why. Yeah, that's not where I was
I know,
going.
I
Yeah,
know your question. I know your question.
yeah.
So yeah, that that's my stance. I felt
Because
like
Hey,
he
I
real
was.
quick,
was
everybody. Hold on, y'all. Real quick. Hey, shout out to Reality Beats for the $5 super chat. Said, how is it so hard to figure out what in spite means? Bryce didn't score a point. Rico scored and got us down the field in Green Bay. I got you, Reality Beats. I appreciate
well.
the $5 super chat. Hold on, Tom. Hold on.
I'm,
Hey, and
oh,
real quick, everybody. All right. So if y'all are enjoying the content, okay, if y'all are enjoying the content, I appreciate everybody being here. Okay. So if you want the Cash App is in. Well, I put it in the wrong spot. Damn. All right, I'm gonna put the Cash App in the chat. If y'all liking the content, want to support the channel, there's that. You can throw a super chat in there if you want to. But most importantly, make sure you like and subscribe before anything else. Okay, like and subscribe, and make sure you watch this bad boy all the way through if you're catching this on replay. All right, so go ahead, Tom.
no, I was just gonna say, how many other people felt like Bryce was responsible for that win in Miami, and I'm asking that question for a reason.
Okay.
Besides Clay, does anybody else think that Bryce was responsible for that win in Miami?
I think
Yes,
he
sir.
had a big part of it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
believe so.
Okay. Because I've heard people say about the Dallas game, and
Mm,
if we remember, like Clay put it in, PPP put it, Rico ran for 206 yards in that game against Miami. He ran for 183 against Dallas. He didn't score a rushing touchdown, but Bryce threw 3 touchdowns that game. So if you're going to say that Bryce, that we won the Miami game because of Bryce, then you also have to say that we won the Dallas game because of Bryce, because he went toe to toe with arguably one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league, went score for score with Dak Prescott,
Well, the
right?
Cowboys game, the only rebuttal I have to that is that even though Rico did that and it was one of the driving forces of that, I do think that Bryce deserves substantial credit. But the reason why I'm saying it's a team win as well, because I would call it a shared win, is because
mm.
it was not a game he personally carried. So that's the only reason
What?
why I say it's a team win.
So it's only a carry, or it's only a win for Bryce if he leads a comeback, or if we're down behind and we come back, because let's not forget, we were behind in that game against Dallas. Then we got the lead. Then Dallas would get the lead back. Then we got the
Mm-hmm.
lead back. So what I'm saying is, everybody, and I'm not gonna say everybody, a lot of people want to credit Rico for being responsible for that 3 to 5 game stretch. Well, he had a great game against Dallas, his former team. He said he went out and did what he said he was going to do. But I don't think nobody else threw a touchdown but Bryce for the Panthers that game. That's
But
how all 3 touchdowns were scared.
the
Was
defense
scored.
also held Dallas to how many points in the second half too?
I think
Okay.
was really getting the major word that is being missed out of this whole debate or discussion. And it's really simple. Which games did he dominate? Which games do you feel like he's dominated? And dominated doesn't mean perfect. That means
Mm-hmm.
that he went out there and he was accurate, he was precise,
Major
uh
contributor.
a major contributor, uh um locked in, uh came to destroy and conquer, all those things. How many of those games in year three did y'all see that Bryce was? I'm not
Yeah.
talking about
So that's a whole
because
different question.
I'm
Yeah.
almost finished PvP.
Okay,
I'm
okay, okay,
almost finished
okay, okay.
PvP.
I thought you
Hold
paused.
on,
Go ahead, go
Prime.
ahead.
But
Yeah. Hold on,
because
Prime.
we got to be honest with each other, we're going to talk about this. Our defense went
Mm-hmm.
from 32 to
To
14 to
15.
16, and our
Yeah.
offense and our offense. Hold on. Somebody had
Hold on, I got you.
our
Broski had to
offense
mute your microphone, dog.
was ranked somewhere between 24 and 26. So
Mm-hmm.
we can't act like the offense was just so special. It wasn't that crazy. It was a lot of playing from behind.
Right.
So if y'all can discuss that, I think that's what we really need to be saying. Which games was he dominant and dominating?
Okay. Hey, well, you know what? I give you one. Okay. The game that I think that if you want to say Bryce Young dominated one game last year is
Atlanta game.
the Atlanta game. Yeah, thank you. It's the Atlanta game down in Atlanta because now I have the hold on a second. I got the box score up right here. Now he threw for 448 yards, 3 touchdowns, and as a team, the Panthers only rushed for 67 yards.
Didn't
Rico
he have
had
a rushing
45.
touchdown in that game too?
Let me see.
I think he had one.
No,
No, he
no, not
didn't.
that game.
They called it back.
Not that game.
That's right. They
Yeah.
called it back. That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
hmm
called it back.
Rico had 45 yards, Chuba had 21, Achan had 2, and Bryce had, -1, so 67 yards. Now because and my thing, the reason why I wanted to bring this up, and I'm glad all of y'all are on here because
Thank
like
you,
I
T.
said,
Cole.
I'm not saying that when I say in spite of, I'm thinking that Bryce went out there, and fell flat on his face, which he did, in a few games, and we lost those games. You know what I mean? But I'm just thinking about the games that we won, and he just
Correct.
completely went out there and just shit all over the place, and we was just like, damn. You know what I
Correct.
mean?
Hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Hey, and Broski, I don't know where you went. I was gonna let you speak here in a second. I was just trying to make sure I got the floor nice and clear for you. But if you want to come back, man, the link's right there in the chat. You come on back.
Hey, CJ, can I say
Yes,
this?
sir. Go
Okay.
ahead, Prime.
And I think that that's the important part of the conversation. It had nothing to do
Mm-hmm.
with dominating. That's a whole different
Mm-hmm.
conversation, a whole different
Right.
topic. When you say in spite of, you would
Mm-hmm.
have to say that Bryce Young did nothing. I mean, he did absolutely zero. And no one on this panel of wonderful commentators can show any game where Bryce Young did zero in and we still won the game. So that's a hard sell. Uh, that's a hard sell. Period. I mean, it really
Okay,
is.
I got you. All right, cool. Cool.
I'm
Um,
with you when you right, Coon Biscuit.
Broski.
Well, yeah, you know it's
I don't
hot
know
and
what
ready
was
right
going
now, my
on,
brother.
Broski, but we could at one point there we could hear you because we could hear the reverb, everybody talking through your mic, and that's why I muted the mic. But like I said, the link is still up there. You're welcome to come back anytime, big dog. I didn't, I wasn't trying to not let you up there. I was trying to make sure everybody got the topic out first, and then I was gonna let you respond.
Good
But
discussion.
Yeah, great. I mean, damn good. It's a great discussion, dog. I love it here.
Can we get to the dominate though? Can we get to the dominate?
No, no,
Yeah, yes,
no,
sir. You stay
no.
there.
PPP
You stay
PPP
You
right
ain't the
there.
host. You ain't the host, Poppy. No.
Hey,
Okay.
you put your paws down.
Not put your paws down.
Sit on
Damn.
your
Okay.
paws. Sit
Yeah,
on
I
your
love
Okay.
this.
Hey,
This has been a great
somebody call the
conversation
feds
thus
on
far.
popping. Somebody call the feds. He ain't learned his
Hey, well,
lesson.
you know what, Clay, I
SWAT
just
team
want to say,
coming.
man, Clay, I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for that comment, man,
Yeah.
that you made the other day. Because, like I said, I think that led to a really, really good question.
I think
And
it's a good question that a lot of people need to answer too, because I think a lot of people are
mhm,
saying it, and you see it all over Twitter. And I think there's a lot to context to that conversation. I think everybody kind of explained it in their own way, and I think it was good, and I think it gave a lot of clarity to others as well.
okay.
What was the
Hey,
question, if you don't
Shaq,
mind me
what's going
asking?
on? Oh, Papa made a comment, and he said that Bryce needs to prove that we can win games because of him and not in spite of him. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what a comment he made a couple days ago on the unbiased morning kickoff. Oh, and by the way, and and Tony, I told you to remind me because I told you I was gonna forget. Hey, make sure before y'all do anything else, before y'all listen to another word, if you haven't already, make sure you go and subscribe to Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk. Okay, he is live Monday through Friday on his channel and here on the Armchair GM CJ channel as well, starting at 7 a.m. Put your drawers on, brush your teeth, get you a cup of coffee and some cornflakes, and make sure you sit down and join the show. It's a good topic. It's good topics, good discussions every day of the week, 5 days a week. All right. So I'm going to make sure I shout out. It was funny. I told Tony last night. I said, look, I see you got to send me a message, something, and remember, because I will
I
forget.
forgot.
Just make sure them drawers is clean, please.
Bruh. Woo. Hey, there you go. Okay, but real quick before we
Leave
move
they
on,
drawers
I
alone.
think that's Rashad. Is that you down there, Rashad?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I
that's
have
him.
no idea. I cannot hear y'all.
Uh,
You can't hear us?
I cannot hear y'all at all. I don't know why.
Okay.
They must got
All right. What
androids.
what about what about now? Oh no, it's okay. It said he's offline. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. So, but back to okay, hold on. We got Freddie coming up here. Hold on.
You got a super chat.
Oh, sure do. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, cool.
What's
Yeah, I
up,
can hear you.
Cajun
What's
Freddy?
up, Hey,
What's
real
going
quick.
on?
Shout out to Jerome B 8760. He said, when I think of in spite, I think of the Texans would have won despite CJ throwing 4 INTs and almost throwing 6.
Big
Gotcha.
facts.
Mm.
Okay, gotcha.
Big
Gotcha,
facts.
gotcha, gotcha. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. Okay. All right. Hey, but again, man, Jerome, I appreciate the $5 super chat, man. As always, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, appreciate you. But yeah, that's a good point too. That's a good point. Hey, well, Freddie, real quick, what are your thoughts on the whole winning in spite of Bryce question that I posed?
Well, I think it would be in terms of shout out to my brother PPP and what he says on Bryce would have to literally do nothing or he would have to literally like turn the ball over a lot and him not be
Mm-hmm.
able to bring us back in the defense like made the plays and scores and things like that. That's in spite of, but there's not really much last season where you can say we won in spite of him unless you're talking about yardage as a quarterback in yardage which he threw, which that is another common misconception.
Okay. All right. Bet. Somebody said they let Fred Fraudy up. Lord have mercy. Hey, and real quick, shot, hey
That's
Ray,
diabolical.
this is the first time I've had you on my show, man. I see you during the week with Tony. Hey, you ain't got no problems with me, dog. Hey, but But shout out to my favorite Panther fan, Mr. Blue Swarm himself. You know,
Blue
Mr.
Claw.
Mr. What's the word I'm looking for? The sugar daddy of the year. You know, Red Swarm. He said, "Happy Saturday, fellas." Question: speaking of consistency, how many of you ever thought that your number one drafted QB would have below average QB numbers in each of his first 3 seasons? Sure, I could probably speak for all of us and said none of us thought that. None of us, yeah.
I did.
You did?
Did
Okay.
Yeah.
can I pose something to that?
Go ahead, Will.
Did he ever think that his 8th overall pick quarterback will be benched for somebody with multiple concussions, and they still don't got a quarterback, even though they paid another
My
quarterback
question,
$100 million?
I did. I
hey,
You
did.
know, I
my
mean, so
question,
like,
Dang.
why? That's
hey,
what I'm
Hold on, hold on,
saying.
hold
I'm,
on. Let
I'm,
Will
I'm,
finish. Let Will
I'm,
finish.
I'm willing to take some slander here. You know, I mean, like, there's so much slander for Bryce. I mean, it's okay to
uh,
criticize him. It's okay, but everybody, now let's think about for just a second. I'm just gonna make a left turn at the dango mailbox here.
oh gosh,
Um, you
Mm.
paid $100 million to a
said left
quarterback
turn.
that didn't pan out. You pick a quarterback 8th overall, and that didn't pan out. And you got a retread out of Miami with multiple concussions that may or may not pan out. You did all of that, and you still don't have a quarterback.
Burn.
Hey,
Burn.
hold
And
on.
yet,
I,
hey,
hey.
listen, you got listen.
Where the
They've
water
got
hose
they've got
at?
a quarter.
That's
They
funny.
That
got
make
they
you say,
got one quarterback. They got one
Oh my
quarterback with
god.
no knees, and they got one quarterback who's one hit away from being in a wheelchair. So I
Hey,
mean,
hey, I told Red the other day. I said, hold on, Red. I said you got one quarterback with a bad CPU, and the other one just got blown tie rods. Like, come on, dog.
I call both of his quarterbacks of scrambled eggs and bacon.
right? No, but I'm just saying.
Uh,
All I'm
God.
saying
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
as Panther fans,
Uh-huh.
it's okay to be critical of Bryce,
Oh
right?
yeah.
But
Oh
Here
hell.
he come.
what happens is you got the cheap seats up top
yeah.
Uh-huh.
yelling down obscenities, and yet they ain't sweep their front porch.
Hey, what
Dirty.
we
mm.
speaking of that, hey, Red Swan, let me tell you in person, big dog. Thank you for the $10 super chat, man. I appreciate
You're
you, big
welcome.
dog.
You're
I'm glad I got
welcome.
my
You're
cashews.
welcome.
Hey, Red, you ain't
That
thought we was gonna band together,
Well,
did you? Yeah,
well,
we roasted you just now.
Yeah,
was funny.
because he used to be they used to live in that
I'll
echo
wait.
chamber.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
Hold on.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
will
y'all.
wait.
Hold on. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Go ahead, Red. Give us your comment.
Well,
And
thank you.
Red, you
Thank you,
go ahead and
CJ.
go, and then we're gonna transition off the
Yes.
in spite of part
Yes.
of, and then we're gonna jump into what we got here on the screen. All right.
CJ, I think this is a great discussion that y'all are attempting to have this morning.
Oh
So, as the
hell, you know
host, I
what?
Do,
Never
do
mind.
you
appreciate
always got
you.
to come with the insults? Don't do that, man.
No,
Nobody
no,
want to hear
no,
that
Tempting.
no,
shit.
Greek.
You
Leave
ain't
him
got
on,
to
Tony.
sit.
Leave him
You ain't
on.
got
Go
to
ahead.
Greek.
insult people.
Hey,
Damn.
y'all
Listen,
don't
God
worry about
damn,
it. Don't
dog.
worry about
listen,
it. Greg, go ahead with your comment. I
listen.
will deal with you accordingly after you
Listen.
finish.
So, Greek, I didn't intend that as an insult. I was about to say, and in the midst of saying, that I appreciate every effort that CJ has made in setting this up today. Now, you
Thank
may
you, sir.
think that it's an insult from me, but the obfuscating of the questions and the topic is not on me. Such as, now, I spent, it ain't much, but $9.99 in hopes of getting a serious answer, right?
Okay.
Now, it's funny to me how Poppin, who I clearly heard give his answer, I think I heard CJ very
Mm-hmm.
clearly give his answer to the question, which is I took time to think about it, a valid question. I said in each of his years, so I took into account the difficult situation that he came into year one. Regardless, it was still below average numbers. So I stand corrected in that. Year two, in a year in
Mm-hmm.
which he was benched. He was benched. Well, hold
Mm-hmm.
on, let me say that again. He was benched, as we mentioned Michael Penix to avoid the conversation. So he came back, had an admirable year following his benching. Well, damn, I'm sorry, CJ, I said that enough
You
times.
know what? Answer your question. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't. I didn't think
thank
he ever would be below average all 3
Thank you,
years.
Tony. Thank you, Tony. And Tony, you didn't avoid it like Will, PPP, and
Oh hell.
oh yeah. I'm on it.
Oh, can I
And
respond
Clay.
to Red when y'all get done?
Well.
When he
Let me
get
get
done?
finished. Let me get
Hold,
finished.
hold on,
And
hold on, Will.
Clay,
Hold on, Will.
because you already responded, but he will let you respond again. And Clay, quickly jumped to Michael Penix, who was nowhere mentioned in my text, in my super chat. But I understand that because when you want to avoid something, such as the great topic, Tony, Greek, that CJ set up, this is what you kind of get. So it wasn't my aim to come in here throwing shade. Now, sometimes because I'm an old man, when I speak the truth, it's hard to handle. I get that. You know what they say about old people? When they get older, they don't cut no chaser. They come straight at
Uh-huh.
you. So that's where I'm getting. Now, with all that being said,
They also
those
forget
of
stuff
you,
too.
yeah, oh, a whole lot. That's why I keep a short pencil because a chemistry teacher told me in my 11th grade season in high school, a short pencil is better than a long memory. Y'all have heard me say that. I ain't forgot to say that. But
Lord have mercy.
listen. I lay down now because y'all know how long-winded old people
Because
get.
you sleepy. That's why.
Yeah. Well, I tell you,
Hey, I just can't wait to respond to
check this
this.
out. I tell you, the sermons, yes, that you preach when you're making
Y'all
statements,
should just go and give y'all answers. Y'all know
and
Red don't know how to land the
and
plane.
well, Tony,
Yeah,
hold
come,
on,
come on. Yeah,
hold on.
land the plane,
Damn.
Red, and then we'll gonna respond.
Y'all tell me if I'm lying. Talking about getting
Uh-huh.
sleepy when we sit in Pastor PPP church
Oh
and he
nah.
makes
Okay,
Oh
statements.
Will, go
nah.
ahead,
Damn
Will.
right,
Go
I'm
ahead,
That's
sleepy.
Will.
messed
Go
up.
ahead.
Hey,
Go
so
ahead, Will.
so so to Red Swan point, I don't care if he's long in the tooth. So am I. I don't. That doesn't mean nothing to me. So
That's a
saying
fact.
saying you long in the tooth, I'm long in the tooth too. So that's 50
I
cent and a
second
half a
that
dozen.
motion.
That don't mean shit. So that's one. Two, the reason why I brought up sweeping your own front porch, because what happens is it always seems to be that there's always a peanut gallery comment when a family's talking. You know, you're like the person that's married into the family and the family having a conversation. You probably, you can listen, but throwing darts at, your granddaddy a drunk probably ain't the way to put that at the moment. Just to let us have a conversation about our granddaddy being a drunk. We trying to figure it out. You get what I'm saying? I'm using that as an example. Use it as an example.
Is he an above average drinker?
Exactly. So, and
Speaking
so
of
of
drinker, real
course,
master.
of
I
course
couldn't
they're gonna
hold it
turn
in.
around. Of course, your wife gonna turn your wife's sister gonna turn around and say, I know you ain't talking about my daddy being a drunk. Have you seen your mama?
Oh my
Blah, blah, blah,
God.
Go
blah.
ahead,
Sweep your
roll
own front
master.
porch. That's what happened there. That ain't got nothing to do with long in the tooth. That ain't got nothing to do with hyperbole. Literally, y'all
Oh
did all of
goodness.
that and y'all don't got a quarterback.
Hold
I'm
on, hold on.
sorry.
I just got. Hey, I just got to say this. Hey, Blackout TV, thank you for this comment. He said, "Imagine PPP and Blue Swan sharing a pulpit. Service finna be 2 days long."
Roll master, stupid
I can't
PPP.
stand Rollmaster.
Oh God.
Oh, hold on. That's who that is.
Oh
That's
God. I
Rollmaster.
got
Oh,
Yeah.
real
That's
tears.
Oh
Rollmaster.
my god.
Oh, I got real tears.
Oh,
Hey, that was a good one,
okay.
Roll
yeah,
Master.
well, that was
That was
Oh
the comment of the
God.
week right there.
I've been
Oh my
so
God.
Golly.
Oh shit.
Man.
I'm gonna make. I gotta make a clip about that. That's
I
good.
would not be attending that church. I promise you that.
Oh,
Hey, hey,
okay.
bro.
hey,
Mm-mm.
hey. You got to
You
Hey,
go to
gonna
that
miss the
church on
game.
Saturday to
You
get
gonna
out of
miss the
there
hey,
on
game.
Sunday for the
amen,
game.
amen. I'm so glad that CJ had his camera on so I could see his reaction to the comment as soon as it
Hey,
popped on the
Oh
hey,
screen.
God.
hold on, y'all. You gotta go Saturday. Bring your work clothes with you because you gonna leave church Monday morning and go straight
Dear
to the job at
Lord.
4 a.m.
Oh
Straight to
my
work.
god.
Straight to
And
work.
Oh
guess what? And
God.
when you leave,
Amen.
I'm
Oh
I
still
got
God.
preaching.
I got a question for you,
Amen.
Will.
Thank you, PPP.
What's up, Poppy?
That's
Will, can you hear
great.
me?
Yeah, we can
Will,
hear you.
so is he is he a below average drinker or above average drinker?
He
You know what?
he's an above average drinker that causes a scene every barbecue, and at the and we the family talking, and then here go your damn
Oh
brother. Hey, now this
God.
your granddaddy. Here go your wife's husband talking about yeah, so you be like, hold on, player, hold on, space cowboy. We ain't talking about your mama,
God damn.
right?
Oh
Let us talk
God.
about our granddad. Let us get this over with. We dealing with this over here.
Can I
That's where
respond to?
that defensiveness come from. I was using the analogy to show that's where the
Oh
defensiveness come
God.
from. And I know
Oh
that
Lord.
there are
Oh
people in our
goodness.
family that allow you to talk about our daddy, our granddaddy, and laugh about it and think it's funny.
Well, hurt people holler the loudest.
Well, no, it's not
That's
about
what
hurt
I know.
people. It's literally about it's not about hurt people. It's literally about placing things in the right category in the right location. That's all. It ain't
I
got nothing to
feel
do
you.
with hurt.
Can
I'm
I
just
got you.
can I
Mm.
respond,
and so
CJ?
so
Oh, I'm sorry.
so
I'm
so
sorry.
so deal with the quarterback controversy down there in Flowery Branch,
Mm,
Mm.
not 800 South Mint.
mm. Okay, Echo, PPP, go ahead, and
Yo,
then we're gonna welcome Big Zip in,
Big
and then
Zip.
we're gonna move in.
Zip.
I
I
move
can't
on. I'm
hear
sorry.
nothing on this.
What's
Yes,
up,
sir. Yes,
Zip?
sir.
Can you
Yeah.
hear Zip?
Yo, Zip, can you
Can
hear us?
Okay.
yeah, I don't, I
Okay.
don't,
If
I don't think. Yeah,
if
go
if
ahead.
not,
PPP.
you probably had to check your microphone right there where it says home on your web screen.
Yeah, cause this isn't StreamYard. This is another platform
EV
I use,
Mux.
EV Mux.
I
So
like this too,
that
CJ.
that might be what's going on with some of y'all today.
I like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
layout on this platform too, CJ. By the way, man.
Appreciate you. Go
And
ahead,
I
Prime.
promise to
Thank you,
be on
Red.
my best behavior and play the right way,
Oh
man.
man,
Not too
you
relax.
good, man. It's
Bullshit.
Saturday. It's
This
hot.
Sorry.
man,
It's hot as
Red is
hell, and
stupid, bro.
I'm trying not
Yo,
to go out here and do some of this yard work. So y'all good.
So I wanted to respond, and I'm not gonna take my time. I'm gonna say it as quick as I can.
hello.
Red. Hey,
Yeah,
what's up, Big
can you
Zip?
hear Zip?
Can you hear us, Zip?
Fellas, I'm gonna hop off. I appreciate y'all's time.
All right,
Okay, Red.
Clay.
All
I
right,
said Red.
Clay.
All
Hey,
right,
we
All right,
great
Clay.
Clay.
Hey,
chat
My
with you,
hey,
bad.
Clay.
Clay. Hey, Clay. Do
Yes,
you
sir.
mind hanging on and answer my question before you go, or you got to dip right now?
I'll stick around and answer your question.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Clay. I know you gotta go. You can go ahead of me, and I'll
No,
go
no,
after
go
you,
ahead.
Clay.
Go ahead. I'm not in a rush. I was just gonna hop off so other people could get on.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I wanted to respond to Red's position, and when Red says stuff, he actually puts his left foot in his mouth, and makes himself trip. So Red said that he took into account the hardship that Bryce Young endured in year one. Red, I got a question. Can you tell me anywhere in that wonderful super chat that you paid $9.99 for, that you actually took in account the hardship that Bryce Young endured in year one? Can you please show me that?
Yeah, CJ, do you mind putting it up?
Hold
The
on one
comment, if
sec.
you can.
Yeah, I
I
got
don't
you.
see it right now.
I just want to see a clear cut understanding of the situation in year one. I just want to
Okay.
see that.
Let's see. Number one drafted quarterback would have had below league average numbers in each, which includes his first year
Yeah,
of his first 3 seasons.
yeah.
Yeah. So I said, you could look at it on a year by year basis, but he's been below average either way
So
in
so
each
so
of
that
his
means that you
first three
did not
seasons.
take into account the struggles he had year one.
Well,
You made a statement that
well,
did
you can't
include
make that
his.
assumption. Because I can only use 100, I think 200 characters with 9.99. But
Yep.
you can't make that assumption. That
Ha.
although I listed year one as one of his 3 seasons, that I didn't
Oh
take
boy.
into account whatever he faced year one. You you
So
you
so
can't you can't. I
uh
can
huh.
answer it for you, but you can't make that assumption
So
all
my
on your
own
own.
so with the allotted amount of characters that you were allowed, that you knew you were allowed, did you take in account of the hardship he had in year one with knowing the amount of characters you were able to have?
Quick answer is yes.
Can you show me that?
He can't.
I just did vocally.
Oh, okay. So You did. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, CJ. I appreciate it because Red
No
Swarm that
problem.
he said he came into this
Now, now,
question with
Wow.
that in
now,
mind. So I just
now,
want to show where that was at in mind because he didn't put it in the super chat. It was like trying to ease over saying something very very disrespectful to your
Yep,
baby mama while
exactly.
still trying to get some later.
Yep.
That's what it was
Yep.
like.
Trying to talk bad about my
All
damn
right.
drunk uncle.
Yeah.
Oh
well,
Hey,
well,
my
well.
hey,
God.
hold on. Big Zip. Can you hear us now?
They zip you straight.
I saw him pop up on camera just now. Yeah, because like I
CJ,
said, this a different program, y'all. So y'all, if y'all coming on here, you got to make sure you check your microphone settings and your output settings as to where you want where you're listening to it from. Okay.
CJ, can I
Good.
say this for all the mic droppers that's on the
What's
stage?
up?
Nor did I mention the difficult season that CJ had his first year, and he was
Mm.
able to have numbers above league average. I didn't mention those either.
That is
Oh
completely
my
untrue,
God.
falsified, and
See, see,
BS.
see how the
So
mic
stop. Just
droppers
stop
pick
with
their
that.
mic
Just
up?
stop.
See,
Just
Hold on,
stop.
Will.
Well,
Just
well,
Let him
what
talk,
you
Will. Let him talk. Let him
expect,
talk.
Red,
my
when you ain't
only
telling the truth?
hold on, Tony.
Thank
Hold
you.
on, Tony. Hold on, Tony.
thank you.
Now you know me, Tony. My only
No,
reason for
yeah,
doing
you're
that,
right. That's why I said what I said.
yeah, my only reason for doing that and saying what I said beforehand was to say, watch how these mic droppers pick their mic up.
No,
The
because you're
difference
lying.
between a
You're misleading the conversation.
May
just
I
keep the
respond?
mic
Exactly.
in your hand, sir. But
Go ahead.
what
Go
we're
ahead, Clay.
not gonna talk about is whether or not CJ Stroud had above league average numbers his rookie year.
Mhm.
Who?
All right. May
Yes,
I
he did.
respond?
Okay. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
Clay. Go ahead,
I'm
Clay.
sorry,
I'm
Clay.
I'm gonna keep it realistic. I'm gonna keep it factual. I'm gonna leave the emotions out of the side, and I'm gonna disregard the CJ Stroud comment. I
Gotcha.
think I would say Red Swarm's comment is some people ain't gonna like this. I think it's fair criticism through 3 seasons if you're looking strictly at the box score, but
Mm-hmm.
you also need to put context behind that because again,
Mm-hmm.
Thank
the
you,
first
Clay.
the first season came with one of the league's weakest supporting cast. The next season got benched, but you had a head coach who's an offensive mind, who's also been a quarterback guru, knew what he was obviously doing, and Bryce improved from there. And then this last year helped lead us to the NFC South title, swept the Red Storm's Falcons, by the way. And while showing real growth late in games, which we would hope that we start seeing that real growth more in the first half of the game later on,
Facts.
which we're
Facts.
hoping that we'll see this year. The question for me isn't whether his first 3 years have been elite, because they haven't, but the question is whether the trajectory is pointing up.
There
And I
you
think
go.
that the 2020,
Oh,
I
the
think this
question was
year,
a yes or no, Clay. It was a yes or no, Clay. Not to be rude, but it
I
was a
think
yes or
the
no
answer,
question.
Hold on. Just
I
let him
think that
finish. Let him
this is
finish.
the year the answers become just much clearer. And that's all. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. Gotcha.
But y'all
All right.
fellas
Cool.
have a lovely Saturday.
You too,
All
Hey,
right.
Clay.
take
Hey,
care,
All right,
appreciate
Clay.
you for
You
Clay.
too,
joining,
Clay.
Clay.
Hey, yo, take care, Clay.
All right. Cool beans. Okay. So we got let me see. DSDSDSD. Can you
Oh
hear us?
nah, I
I have
cannot
no
hear.
idea who that
Yeah,
is.
I tried one more time. Y'all can't hear y'all. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
That's a Rashad.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Oh,
Rashad.
gotcha.
interesting.
Okay. All right. He moved. Okay. So again, I'm sorry, y'all, but if y'all trying to join, this is not StreamYard. This is a different platform. So again, I say this: check your microphone settings and check your output settings. And your output settings is where you're trying to hear. So if you have an earpiece, you have to make sure that your output settings are set to the earpiece. Okay. Because if you got on Bluetooth, it's gonna come through an earpiece. But if you got it set to come out through the phone, it's not going to do it. Okay, that might be the issue some of y'all are having. I don't know. All right, but cool. All right. Well, that was good, y'all, and I appreciate that. I appreciate Red for joining. Again, Broski, I don't know where you went, but if you still listening, you still want to try and pull up. I'm here, so I wasn't trying to keep you off the panel or nothing. I promise you.
Yeah, talking to his
And
handlers.
and I just appreciate all y'all for responding to the question. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good question, but it would turn out to be a lot better than I originally thought. So But yeah, okay. So let's get into all right what I'm calling the year four leap, and I say the year four leap because none of us really want this to be on the screen as the year four leap. Okay, we all, if I'm being honest, I think we all wanted this to say, the year two leap, a couple years ago. Okay, but here we are now. This is it. And when I say the year four leap, okay, I'm asking y'all this: what does Bryce have to do this year? Okay, as far as and tell me everything, far as stats, wins, losses, idiosyncrasies, shit, footwork, all that stuff. What do you think he has to do to make the year four leap? And Tone, you go first.
I'll just make it real quick because I've always said it. Consistency, and the one thing that I think he can control without anybody's input or doesn't involve the team, the head coach or the offensive coordinator. I want to see him clean up his footwork and protect the ball better.
Okay. All right, Will, go ahead.
Yeah. Um, I, I I think that with him, he has to have a winning season.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a 9-win season, in my opinion. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the only way he's gonna get to that 9-win season is with what Tony said. He has to have that consistency. I think that everything is in place for him to be able to accomplish that.
Okay. All right. Tony's hair cone.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You know
So
what?
I believe
Oh,
that
oh,
That's
you
Bryce
funny.
you gonna read his name, but you ain't gonna read mine. I see how you
That's
do me,
Oh,
cousin.
I
funny.
did.
I see how
Okay,
you
my
do me.
bad. Go ahead, Pastor Coon Biscuit Assistant. My bad. I didn't even see that.
yeah, it's okay because it wasn't a good name. That's why Tony's hair comb is better. And the next one on the next show is going to be even funnier. Okay, so
Wow.
I believe Bryce Young.
Ditto.
I agree with you all. I think that he does need to become more consistent, and I believe that consistency had to play a part in the players that were on the field. Both of his, you know, I'll leave it at that. Just players on the field, need to be there for him to do what he need to do. Now, as far as Bryce Young, you asked about yardage. I think that his year four leap is accomplishing over 3,500 yards. I believe that he will have 4,250 this year. I believe
Okay.
that his touchdowns need to increase 30 plus. Interceptions, keep it up under 15.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that with more yardage, you have more opportunities for interceptions. So I'll give him up to 15. 12 is good. I'll give him up to 15. And just utilize your legs more. Become that dual threat quarterback that I know he is and has displayed over the past 2 seasons. So I think that year four leap involves that. Also, I think that year four leap involves him really taking over the offense, meaning being able to call audibles. Just doing the stuff that you've seen him do in Alabama, just on the NFL level. So that's what I believe.
Okay. Hey, and real quick, hey, Big Zip, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Big Zip?
Zip.
Okay, I'm gonna say he
Hey,
cannot.
I'm gonna just play the chat, man. I can't hear
Oh.
nothing, man.
Oh
Okay.
dang.
Well,
All
we
right.
we can we can
Hey,
hear
tell
you.
tell
Oh
him
yeah,
to
we
check
can
his
hear
Yeah,
output,
you.
I can't
CJ.
hear
Tell him to change
anything.
his output.
I'll be in the
Tell him
chat
to change
though.
his output.
Okay.
Let me text him real quick.
All
Yeah.
right.
All
All right.
right. Shoot. Oh, you know what? Red. If you still there, old
I'm here.
drinker.
Yeah, CJ, I'm here.
Okay. What about you? What do you think is the year four leap for Bryce Young?
um, so this might sound like a shot, but it's not. I think when you take a quarterback drafted number one overall and you make the investment that you made in him and you put him on a fifth-year option, um, this is without question his biggest year of evaluation for y'all's organization. Um, I think that many of the fans that I listen to, not all, but many, expect him
Mm-hmm.
to climb to be in the top of the rankings with um, NFL quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think something short of that, when you look at the roster that y'all have amassed, and I can humbly say, it's a very talented roster defensively, and it's an improving roster offensively. Um,
Okay.
but I think, if you ask me, it's a
Mm-hmm.
ready as you did. It's a ready-made roster to contend in the NFC, not just the NFC
Okay.
South. You guys have that sort of talent on your team. My question is, do you have the captain to lead that organization, that football team, to those levels? Now, um, of course, people think this is my hate rather than just my honest evaluation. Bryce Young is not that guy.
Okay.
You can add all of the context that you want for why he hasn't had a leap yet, but what you cannot deny is that it has not occurred. And we have seen scenarios where other quarterbacks have faced tremendous obstacles and they've been able to reach those heights. So, I just to be direct and answer your question, if he can move not to an elite status, he'll never be an elite quarterback. He doesn't have elite traits and characteristics. But if he can move to above to in a range of where he's in the top half of NFL quarterbacks, 15 up, I think that'll be a big leap for him.
Okay. All right,
That was very
Freddie.
painful to listen to. Just let you know, CJ. Very painful to listen to.
Oh
Go
God,
ahead.
was it
Go ahead,
painful?
Freddie.
Oh, sweet
Hold
ammunition.
on. Hold on. Go
Well,
ahead, Freddie.
for me, when
As
it
a
comes to the
pastor,
year four leap, as
you should
Hold,
preach
hold
oh
on.
that
Hold on.
to
oh
your person.
okay, all
Red.
right.
Hold on. Let
Oh, I'm
Freddie talk.
sorry.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Freddie.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Freddie.
Yeah. So for me, when it comes to Bryce Young, I think he needs to be in that top 15 to 12 range, and that
Mm-hmm.
consists of 36 to 3,800 yards. That consists of bringing his completion percentage up to about 65, 66. That in that equates to him, of course, using his legs a little bit more. That equates to him being more consistent, and not consistent as in bringing those yards per game up as well to at least 215 to 220. I think that would be huge for us as well. And I just think him just taking another leap as a quarterback in the as a quarterback, growing and maturing in this offense as well, taking full command of this offense is something that we would like to see. I said 36 to 38, eternal. But as I said, just taking that leap as a player himself, understanding more of the game and using the knowledge of the game, because with more time comes more knowledge of the game, and using that to his advantage as well. I think
Okay.
that's the big year four leap for him.
All right. 10-4. Popping. Put them paws on, dog.
Hey, I don't want to repeat, some of the guys' answers. I think all of them were good answers. I agree with most of them anyway. I think they were good. Even some that were things I think he actually can do. So I'm just going to take a different angle. I think he has to dominate this division. People already say that this division is weak, is
Mm-hmm.
lackluster. So it should be easier for him to dominate since that's the state that they say that the division is in. Um,
Yeah.
I want to see more vocal leadership. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of disappointing to hear reports that, he's quiet, he was in his shell, he's learning how to be a leader. I mean, you've been here 4 years now. You should be able to tell whoever it is, and without them even getting upset at you because you're the head of the offense. Um, um, as far as stats, I just want him to dominate. Really, in every game. Leave it all out there. Leave it all out
Mm-hmm.
there. I mean, we could throw out different type of different stats out there. I mean, he's under average. I mean, you clearly put that on front of everybody that he's below average. He has
Mm-hmm.
to be above average this year. You can't be somewhere 4 years and still be average, because if you're polarizing, like Will said, then you need to be sticking out and truly be polarizing. Make them understand why they went up there and got you. Make them understand why they spent so much capital, because this is the year that you're going to prove to everybody it was the right choice. Until then,
Facts.
you're going to have everybody or some people all the way left. And people may call me all the way left about them, but that's because I have a standard. That's it.
I got you. Okay. Now let me get my thoughts on this. Okay. So for me, I agree with everything that everybody has said. Okay. And the stats say, like Papa was just talking about, last year he performed as a slightly below average quarterback. If you look at the stats. All right. Now, and you can't not look at the stats. You can't sit here and act like the stats don't mean anything. Okay. But my thing is this: we have seen instances, okay, where Bryce has gone out there and showed you that he can make plays. He showed that he can improvise. He can throw the ball downfield. He can fit balls into tight windows. Okay, he can command the offense and lead the offense down the field. I think for me, the biggest leap for him is to do that on a consistent basis. I have been screaming consistency this whole offseason. Me and Tony together. Okay, consistency, consistency, consistency. Okay. Bryce and this team, and I've said this before, sometimes it feels like they forget how to play football until they're 2 minutes into the third quarter in a lot of these games. All right. If we can get the end of the game Bryce consistently at the start of these games, I think you'll see a lot of these numbers go up. It's almost like they come out of the shop, they stuck in the mud, and then they got to get a toe, and the toe don't get there till halftime. They go in the locker room, they come back up. Oh shoot, well the tow truck is here. All right, go ahead and pull us out. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. All right, and a lot of times it's where they can make comebacks. Okay, and then a lot of times it's too late. You get what I'm saying? Kind of like the San Francisco game. The defense went out there and gave them every opportunity, to go out and do something. And offense just looked and was like, man, now we don't know what to do with it. And that starts with this man right here on the screen. It starts with Bryce. Okay. He has to be more consistent throughout the entire season. I think if we see a level of consistency from him, I think some of these stats, will come up because he's shown flashes. Okay. I don't think anybody would disagree that Bryce has shown flashes, but what he hasn't shown is the ability to consistently show these flashes. You get what I'm saying? So I think if we can get that out of him, it will be a betterment for him and for the team. Okay. And you know what? And speaking of betterment, okay, let me go on to Fred, I got everybody's opinion on this one, right? Okay, I think
I don't,
Freddie
Tony.
did.
I don't know if Tony said
Yeah,
anything.
Tony went first. Tony
Oh,
went first.
okay.
He was real short. Okay. So let me go ahead and pivot into this next point here. Okay. So I wanted to bring this up too. All right. So they picked up Bryce Young's 5th-year option. Okay. And I want to get everybody's thoughts and opinions on this. Was it a bad move on the part of on behalf of the organization, or was it a vote of confidence in Bryce Young? Given everything that we have talked about thus far, the stats, winning in spite of Bryce, what we want to see as far as him moving forward, in a leap in year 4. Okay, y'all give me y'all thoughts and opinions on this, and I'm gonna start with Pastor Prime there. You know.
Well, dearly beloved. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, I believe it is a vote of confidence
Mm,
that they elected to exercise the 5th-year option for Bryce Young uh, for a couple of different reasons. I'll only name two. One, it shows that they have seen enough from him, um, despite the asinine um, attempts to take Brant Tillis' words and flip them around with the conjoining word of if. Uh, when you say if, that gives two options. If then we will do this. But them
Mm-hmm.
picking up the fifth year option erases that concept. And then number two, what it has shown is that they believe that Bryce Young is the guy going forward, not only because they spent out a lot of money, but because of the production. And anytime you listen to Brent Tillis and Dan Morgan, they're always projecting 2 years in advance.
Mm-hmm.
If them doing this, um, if them doing this in 2025, 2026, if they're thinking 2028, they're already 2 years ahead of us already. They're already at the table, in my opinion, to seeing if Bryce Young is going to get 50, maybe 60. Um, it doesn't hurt to think that way. So I think it's a vote of confidence, in my opinion. I don't want to be too long winded.
Okay. Will.
Yeah, picking up the fifth year option was a no brainer. So it's about confidence because if they didn't have
Mm-hmm.
confidence in him, they wouldn't have picked up the fifth year option. But also, it is, hey, I'm gonna need to see this. I'm gonna need to see this dance on year four. And to PPP's point about, they're projecting several years out. Um, Brant Tillis and those guys are saying that the resources and the money is going to be there to pay a quarterback. It is up to Bryce Young to earn that money. It is up to him in year four to earn that paycheck, whatever it happens to be, whatever
Mm-hmm.
that number is. And so they know what they know, and being that there are a number of people, they know what is the maximum amount of money they're willing to pay a quarterback.
Hold on. Will
Possible,
you
but they do know the
okay,
maximum
there you
amount of
go.
money they'll pay a quarterback.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I know I
All
hit
right.
that dead spot. I was driving.
That's that
I
Obama
That
got you.
phone.
maximum amount of money that they would pay their quarterback. Uh-huh. Sure is. That maximum amount that they're willing to pay their quarterback. I don't know if it's 50, 60 million. I don't know what that number is. But what I will tell you is that if he balls out in year four, if he makes that year four leap, they're not letting him play on that fifth year option. Then he will get a contract in the offseason. If
Mm-hmm.
they need to see the fifth year in order for them to make a determination, and just like what's that guy name? Just like they did with Dak Prescott. You remember they made Dak Prescott play on the fifth year option and they franchise tag him.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not unprecedented territory. But I think if he does well this fourth season with all of the tools that he has at his disposal, I think he next off season will be when they negotiate a contract with him. If all
Okay.
things are considered.
Hey, and real quick, shout out to Reality Beats for the $5 super chat. Greatly appreciate you, sir. To have games like ATL and the LA Rams and being so clutch, can you honestly say that the QB doesn't have it, or does it shows that it's something else there? That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good, and that's what I keep saying to people. It's not like we haven't seen flashes of it. So it's not like I'm trying to sit here, and defend Bryce and say he's the best thing since bottled ketchup. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying you've seen what he can do. It's just we haven't seen it on a consistent basis. But as soon as you say, oh, what he has done, he is one thing that I like about him. You get called bisexual. You get called all this and all that. And it's like you said, and like my good cousin Tony said, the name of his show, unbiased opinion. You just trying to have a unbiased opinion, pointing out the facts. Okay, but yeah, but reality beats. I appreciate that. And real quick, real in the field with the $20 super chat. Thank you, my bro. I appreciate that. He said they gave themselves more time to evaluate the fifth year option. He earned that much. If they were that confident, they would have been we'll be talking extension by now. It's that simple for me. We're still evaluating and that smart. Okay. Gotcha. I
That's
can't
big facts right there.
yeah, and I can't really disagree with that, but I'm gonna give my opinion here in a minute. Uh put them paws on, dog. What you got? Appreciate you again, real in the field.
Well, I know what I'm going to say is not going to be very favorable, and some of y'all might want to put the pause on me. I'm gonna
Oh
take
hell.
I'm gonna take I, I'm gonna take PvP's blueprint on this one. PvP
Okay.
told us that as a businessman, I'm not gonna pay you until I have to pay you.
Oh.
So why would I pay him if I don't have to pay him at this moment? If I
Mm,
recall, we had a guy named Sam Darnold, and
mm-hmm.
the Jets didn't pay him. What did they do? They shipped him out and let somebody else pay him. And who was that team that paid him, CJ?
Shoot, it was he went from, oh, it was us. He came to
There
us.
you go. There you go.
Yeah, my
So
bad.
this
He
is
came
my
to us.
point.
Yep.
This is my point. If you're gonna pay him big money anyway, why not just let him earn it?
Right.
You're gonna evaluate him anyway, right? He would still would be
Mm-hmm.
on his 4 year contract. If this is a proven year, well then hey, you already got money put to the side to pay a franchise quarterback. Why not? So to me, I think it just puts a little more pressure on, instead of us all saying this is a proven year. Nah, actually make it a proven year, because if you're gonna get paid anyway because you earned it, then it doesn't really
Mm-hmm.
matter about the money because you earned it. That's my statement.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, bet. Let me see. Freddie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What you
I would say that this is a vote of confidence, but I would agree with shout out to Pop who pretty much hit the nail on the head when it comes to what it is. I mean, this is his make or break year. I think I think if he goes and throws for what I said, 36 to 3800, and we have a winning season, that's 10. I'm gonna say 10 or more wins. I don't like saying minimum 9. I'm gonna say 10 plus. That's me personally. But I think doing that would ensure you that he has taken that year 4 leap, and
mm-hmm.
that he is the right person for the job. That's how I
Facts.
feel.
Okay. All right. Tone. LTT.
Well, I'm just gonna go and just stick with what Dave Canales and Dan Morgan has said. I believe that they are confident in his trajectory and where things are going, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. Pastor Vodka, what you got?
So I like
Long?
the question. I like the question as you put it up, CJ. I don't think that it was a bad move. I don't think you can call it a
Okay.
bad move, and unfortunately, I don't think you can call it a vote of confidence either.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a long time ago in school that accounting is a language of business. And so when it comes to the NFL, money is the currency that's exchanged. This is a
Mm-hmm.
decision not to pay today and to defer the potential cost till tomorrow. So this decision of a fifth year option does let you know that they haven't made a firm decision on the quarterback position yet. I think it's close to being a vote of confidence in that they didn't bring in competition, so they're
Mm-hmm.
leaning towards it. But I think they want to wait and see before they write the check. Now, all of us up here are intelligent enough to know that the price of high quarterback play rises every season. So if you can lock in a guy today at today's price, you don't have to contend with the higher price that tomorrow is going to bring. So to assert that they're deferring the payment just because they don't have to pay it today, they could have made the choice to pay it today if they had a decision already made. I think anybody who's wise with money knows if you can buy it and it's going to be the same vehicle and you can buy it today at a lower
Mm-hmm.
price, then it's smarter than waiting until the price goes up tomorrow.
I got you. Hey, and real quick, shout out to SC Panther boy for the cash app, man. I'm sorry, I just now saw it, but let me tell you, I definitely appreciate you, big dog. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and I'm gonna give my little 2 cents on this too. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I thought this was kind of a bad move. you know, because from what we've seen so far, I wasn't a fan of going ahead and giving him the 5th-year option because, you're locked in for however much, I think it's 25 million for next year. Okay. But at the same time, when I went back and thought about it, and I try to take this view with a lot of this stuff as well. I'm here, sitting in my shed in my office back here, PPP at the house, Tone at the house. We all are here. We all are talking. Okay. We are not the organization. We are not the Carolina Panthers. We are not talent evaluators. We are not the people making these final decisions. You get what I'm saying? So, um, for me, I think this is, I'm leaning towards a vote of confidence, in Bryce Young, because we can sit here and talk all day long about how we feel, like I got Dan Morgan in the picture, he's giving him a pat on the back, a pat on the back, you know what I mean? And this is an AI picture, this is one I found actually on the internet. So this isn't fabricated by me, this is an actual photo, you know. But I think it's a vote of confidence. And then like Red was saying about, it possibly being one because you didn't bring in any uh be quiet, Tone. But you didn't bring in any backup veteran, quarterbacks with more experience, than Kenny Pickett, and then you got Will Grier who retired, and then you got Haynes King, who is coming off the his undrafted free agent. You know what I mean? But my thing is this, and also like Poppin said, you can go out here and you can see what's going on with Bryce this year, then you can always go in next year. And if he goes out, because for me, this is it. This is it right here. He has to go out here and take charge this season. I don't think it's another season. I don't think if Bryce goes out here this year and he has another, season where he's kind of about the same way he has been. I don't think the Panthers gonna bring him back. Maybe they take the hit with that 25 million. I don't know. But I'm thinking that they're banking on he's gonna go out here and like Real in the Field said, still evaluating. They still evaluate. They're putting the money out there just in case he goes out there and potentially blows the wheels off of this season and has a great season. Then you can go back to the negotiating table and start the process of making him an extension. And then that way you don't have to pay that whole $25 million next year. Because you know how Brant Tillis and most all of them do. You always get a team friendly first year, over contract and any kind of contract or extension or whatever, be it free agency or you getting the extension from the team that you're currently on now. So, but we'll see. Like I said, I think it's leaning towards a vote of confidence. But I can't fault anybody who doesn't really care for the move, because at first I really didn't either. I'm not gonna lie to you. And like I said, I think it's just me and my fandom and just looking at it from trying to be in the middle and looking at like, okay, well, he's done this. I know he's got us, we went to the playoffs. He's looking good, but was his consistency worth them picking up his 5th-year option? That was the things that I was thinking about when they first said this. But like I said, again, this is just me sitting here talking, and I'm just a podcaster. All right. So anybody else got anything to say on the 5th-year option before we move on? Just got a couple more slides left, and I get y'all out of here.
Nope.
All right, cool. Ronnie Young, what's up, dog? He said consistency of the QB is only built as a result of the additional components of the team, offense and defense. Trusting the QB and allowing him to evaluate their play. Okay, I got you, Ron. I got you. Colonel said, yeah, another average season is unacceptable. I feel you.
Facts.
Yeah. Really in the field. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Hey, and by the way, y'all, and if some of y'all have done, and I greatly appreciate you, and if some of y'all feel so inclined to do, if you want to support the show, Cash App is tagged and pinned in the chat. All right. The Armchair GM CJ, throw me a super chat. I greatly appreciate you. All right. all of y'all efforts and all y'all donations will go into making this channel better. Hopefully for some things that I got, in the back of this big old chrome dome here that that I want to do in the future. All right. And again, as always, y'all, I greatly appreciate you. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's joined the panel today. I thank y'all so much. This has been a good one. Thank you to everybody in the chat. All y'all comments have been greatly appreciated, and I thank y'all so much. So much.
And subscribe to
All right.
Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk, damn it.
Facts. Yes. Go subscribe to
That's a
Unbiased
fact.
Opinion Sports Talk. Yes, that is a fact. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. I don't know what time that is where you at, Tony, because I can't remember shit like that. But 7
3
a.m.
o'clock
Eastern
p.m.
Standard Time. Ooh, Jesus. 3 o'clock p.m. Wherever Tony's at. All right. But 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you go subscribe to Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk. All right. He'll be streaming on his channel and also here on Carolina Armchair GM CJ. I'm gonna add network to that. I think I'm gonna change the Armchair GM CJ.
I don't know why
network.
you don't. I say it every damn day.
I know you do. But you know how I am. I think of something 1 minute and forget the next. I'm gonna remember this one. All right.
I thought I was the
Eternal
only one
said,
that suffered from that.
bruh, hey, man, let me tell you, boy. Said I subbed this morning, Tony. I finally found it. That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's
I
up.
see it.
All right, bet. Okay, cool beans. And we're gonna get into this next topic here. I'm gonna make sure I put that link in the chat as well, too. Okay, so all right. So real quick, all right. Will Grier retired. Okay, he's a Charlotte native, went to where did he go to high school? Charlotte,
Country Day.
yeah, okay, yeah. And he's from Charlotte, played at West Virginia, had some great years at West Virginia, and he was drafted by the Panthers. He's been around. He has played for the Cowboys, and some more teams. So the Panthers signed him this offseason, and I'm thinking 2 days ago, he retired. Okay, so any thoughts on any thoughts on this from any of y'all?
No, it was. I mean, it looked kind of suspect. I guess you could say that because he made a choice of coming back to Charlotte, and then all of a sudden retiring before training camp even begins. I think you mentioned it last night, CJ, when we were talking, that the writing may have been on the wall that they needed that spot to bring Brady Christensen back. So,
True.
I guess there's a number of ways that you could look at it. Shout out to Will, Charlatan, homegrown product. Hey, I wish him nothing but the best in his future endeavors.
All right, cool. All right, anybody else?
Yeah, I guess I would say, shout out to him to his brand new future. We appreciate you retiring, and yeah, that'll be all.
Okay.
I didn't even know he was on y'all team.
Ain't no need. Ain't no need.
Hey, yo, good for him getting his money, retiring, and enjoy the rest of your life retired, bro. Good for him.
Okay. All right. Bet. Ronnie said, I'm sorry to disappoint you, CJ, but there is no that's it. Bryce will have to be released as a result of bringing in comparable or better competition. I got you. He said, why players come here to retire like Penny did? I don't know. Okay. But all right, now, as a result of Will Grier retiring, hold on. Charlie the Gamer 336, what's going on with you, man? Hey, appreciate the $2 super chat. He said King 16 with the crown. That is all. Talking about Hayes King. You know what? And I'm glad you said that because we're going to get into it. Okay. You got Kenny Pickett and Haynes King and Haynes King. Or is it Haynes or Hayes? Did I type that on there wrong?
It's Haynes
Right.
King.
It's
Okay.
Haynes.
All right.
You got it
Okay.
right.
Gotcha. Okay. Whew, Lord. See, Red, I go through it too, though. But again, Charlie, thank you for the super chat, man. So I don't know if Will Grier ever really, factor into this too much at all. He might have just been, another camp body to be here. But do y'all see a potential QB2 battle between Kenny Pickett in Haynes King? You know, do you
No.
think Kenny Pickett has done enough to solidify that QB2 spot, or do you think Haynes King has a legitimate shot at coming in here? And go ahead, Tom.
Yes and no.
Okay. All right, elaborate a little bit.
I believe Kenny Pickett was brought here specifically to be Bryce backup. One of the reasons they let Andy Dalton go, they have said it publicly in press conferences that they wanted to get younger at the quarterback position behind Bryce, but it still wanted a veteran, i.e. Kenny Pickett. Charlie the Gamer is in love with Haynes King like Howard was in love with Jack Plummer. So
Oh wow!
yeah. That's Howard 2.0, Charlie the Gamer.
Yikes.
So
Yikes.
Shout out to Howard, man.
So
Wherever he at right now.
so is there any hope? Well, let me say this: by the fact that Will Grier retired, and there's only 3 quarterbacks currently heading into training camp, the question remains: will they just stick with those 3, or will they bring in an additional 4th quarterback for a camp body, or push Haynes King for the number 3 emergency quarterback position? I don't know. I haven't heard them mention it. Maybe sometime next week, those guys will mention it in a press conference. But as far as the QB2 position, I think that's Kenny Pickett's position, and yeah, there's to me there's no debate in that. There's no comparison to Haynes King and Kenny Pickett.
Okay. All right. Will, Red, anybody else?
Well, I'd like to speak on Haynes King. I watched him quite a bit at Georgia Tech. And I will say that I think eventually he can climb to the level of being and this is just my thought process, that he can climb to the level of being an NFL backup quarterback. I don't know coming in if he has enough savvy to replace Kenny Pickett as the number 2. I would agree. I would tend to agree with Tony that it's really not an open competition at the number 2 spot. Now, that is not to say that Kenny Pickett is a very good number 2 quarterback to have. But I have to agree that he's certainly better than Haynes King at this point. But most teams will have 4 quarterbacks in training camp, and we know that the usage of the term camp body, it's needed. Just to save the number 1 and number 2's arm from having to be responsible for throwing every rep to receivers. So there's a place there for Haynes King, and then the number 4, I think y'all will probably pick up. But no, on your question, I don't see any competition either, as Tony rightly said, between these 2 for the number 2 spot.
All right. Freddie? Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. No, I think Kenny Pickett is. I think usually the veteran who is Kenny Pickett is wins this job. I don't even think it's a competition. I don't.
Okay. Put them paws on them.
Yeah, I'm not going to really waste too much time on these practice squad type of quarterbacks. They're here getting a check. They ain't going to get on the field.
I feel you. Will, did you go already? I ain't gonna forget you. Okay. Well, you might be going through another spot. If you talking, we can't hear you, big dog. Okay.
Will in the woods.
Hey,
Yeah.
he down in the green swamp, Tony.
He back in
There you go.
South Carolina.
Oh no, that's red.
Yeah,
That's
he's back in
red.
South Carolina. That's all.
But let me see now. Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think this is Kenny Pickett's job to lose. Now, mind you, it is upon Haynes King to go out here and make an impression camp preseason. Will he make enough of an impression to persuade the Panthers to keep 3 quarterbacks? I don't know, because they've kept 2 quarterbacks for ever since I know since Dave Canales has been here, even with Frank Wright's first year, first and only year, they kept 2 quarterbacks. I don't think they will keep 3 because that's one more spot that another position group is not going to have. But because the thing is, if Haynes King goes out here and makes a great impression, and then you put him on the practice squad, he's gonna be easy pickings. No pun intended, but easy pickings for another team to sign him, and bring him in, undrafted free agent or not. You know what I mean? Somebody else may have a plan for him. Maybe a team that might have wanted to pick him up, and the Panthers got him first. You know what I mean? So it could be a situation like that. Real quick, Mr. Hunky Dory, what's going on? Thank you for the $2 super chat. He said good morning at 1 p.m. Thanks to tequila. Boy, Mr. Hunky Dory been out partying last night. I hear you.
What's up, Mr. Hunky Dory?
How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. Let me see. Trying to say, okay. It said Haynes, practice squad, most likely. Okay, bet. Bet. All right. Let me see. Well, let me tell y'all from the bottom of my heart, I thank everybody who joined the panel today. Thank y'all for the good talk, for the good responses. Everybody in the chat, thank y'all for y'all comments. Thank you for your super chats. Everybody that gave a super chat. Thank you to SC Panthers boy for the Cash App donation. Again, I appreciate y'all, and this will go to making the channel better experience. And shoot, let me tell you, one of these days. Look, one of these days, especially for y'all in Charlotte, we need to get together and go up to like Fremont Tavern or Pinky's up there off of Moorhead and get together and have a beer or something for one of these games. We get together and do something like that.
Wait, there's a spot called Pinky's.
down.
Yeah. Let me tell you, boy, Pinky, damn hot dogs, bruh. Whew, I almost said something there. Jesus Christ.
I mean, CJ, I ain't never been to Charlotte, so it'll be my first time.
Man, hey, let me tell you, let me tell you, Charlotte is Charlotte is a crazy city. Okay, let me tell you, one day you will absolutely love it, and the next day you will want to move away and never come back. At least that's been my experience, because I'm not born and raised here. I've been here since 2000 when I went to UNC Charlotte. So, but yeah, but coming from I got you. Coming from the kid, coming from the country, Charlotte was definitely an eye opener for me. Let me see. Mr. Hunky Dory, thank you for another $5 super chat. He said Haynes' stance screamed Godzilla. Said, what a messed up stance. Oh my Lord.
Yikes.
Jesus.
Yikes.
Oh
yeah,
my
Charlie
goodness.
Gamer, you heard what Mr. Hunky Dory said.
Damn.
And I hate to
Cameron Dougie said,
Charlie. I hate to disappoint Charlie, but it is what it is, man. He wasn't who I think you're trying to turn him out to be at Georgia Tech, man. He wasn't.
Talk to him, Red.
Okay.
Thanks.
I mean, cause my thing is, I saw him play during the college football season last year, but I didn't pay that much attention because I was trying to see if my daggone Tar Heels and Bill Belichick was ever going to do something, but yeah.
Facts.
Revolutionary Poetry said, what are we talking about here? Kenny Pickett is trash, and if Haynes beats him out, he beats him out. I mean, it is what it is. if that's the case,
Highly unlikely, but
yeah.
Hey, look, he said Sugar Creek.
Oh Lord.
Hey, let me tell y'all, and y'all in Charlotte know this. Okay, let me tell you, when I say what's the word I'm looking for? Modernization is headed up Sugar Creek, because you get a lot of people that talk about the intersection of I-85 and Sugar Creek. Even the baby put it in one of his songs. He was like, make a right on Sugar Creek, get the cell station, and make a left into the cookout. Let me tell you, you make that right on Sugar Creek, or left, which way you coming from, and head on past I forgot community right there on the right. It's very popular. Even had a hey Tony, where you grew up at?
What you talking about?
Right there off Sugar Creek. You know the one. Hidden Valley.
It's talking about the Valley.
My bad.
Hidden Valley. Yeah, the Valley.
Yeah. But let me tell you, you go past Hidden Valley and go over Tryon Street. Let me tell you, boy, that daggone light rail, like I said, the modernization is slowly making its way on up Sugar Creek. So I don't think we're gonna be talking about Sugar Creek like that too long.
All I want to know is parking shop still on the corner of Sugar Creek and North Tryon. That's all I want to know.
I think because I know there is there's a supermarket there. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, okay. I got confirmation. A no. That's a no.
Or
that is a no. Yeah. I heard a no. All right. Hey, but before we get out of here, everybody get y'all final thoughts. Again, if you just joining us, we're talking about roster talk episode 7. We talked about the quarterbacks, and I implore all of you, if you just now joining, please go back and watch the rest of this, because this was a good one today. A lot of great talk, back and forth, about mainly Bryce Young. He was the topic of the show today,
Fire
and what we
starter.
want to see out of him. Hopefully he have a 4th-year leap, even though I think all of us wish this was a 2nd-year leap instead of a 4th-year leap. Do you think that he will be he will show more consistency this year? Okay, or is being consistent just something that he cannot do? You know what I mean? So, like I said, go back and take a look at that. And real quick, everybody, if you got anything to say before we get out of here, go ahead. The floor is yours. Start with Pastor Coon Biscuit Assistant.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out today. First thing I want to say is Charlie, the game at 336 is high. Needs to be drug tested. That's number one. Number two, if you haven't already subscribed to Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk, I would greatly appreciate if you do so. We're bringing great content Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, great conversation, great debates, great energy, all that. So if you're looking for an outlet in the morning when you're getting up or just getting off third shift, in the gym, in Pilates, or at Starbucks eating a blueberry muffin, hey, turn on your favorite podcaster. I'll be there waiting with open arms to help you get your day started.
Even though Tony open arms ain't but this big.
Go ahead, dog. Go ahead, dog. Go ahead, dog.
Hey, Poppin'.
Stupid, bro. Hey, Pop, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey
Let the
man,
feds talk.
great show. Had fun talking to everybody, getting their opinions, and man, it was a good old family reunion in here today. Man, y'all can catch me on my channel, putting them paws on them. Well, we're gonna put our paws on definitely on all these different type of subjects. I'm a smaller channel, so if you want to find me, you probably got to put them paws on them. And man, I got a good one coming up this week, man. Yeah, y'all want to go? Y'all gonna want to be there. I tell you that. And man,
I
as
bet.
always, man, keep pounding.
Yes, sir. Ready?
I don't know if you guys may know when you look at the logo, but my first live will be this Friday, which is also my birthday. So
Oh,
it'll
happy
be my
birthday.
first on my channel. It's the Ville Kids show. I'm doing a lot of different things, my own thing, good debates, good energy,
Already.
and good vibe and things like that. I got a lot of interviews and previews. So if you a fan of any team who's playing the Panthers, come pull up and chat. And I greatly appreciate you guys as well for allowing me on y'all's platforms and giving me the opportunity to get more exposure to this YouTube thing before I started doing my own thing. So I greatly
Anytime.
appreciate all of you guys for having me on y'all platforms as well.
Yeah.
Freddie,
Hey, and Freddie,
Freddie gonna be 17 Friday.
I'll be 21. Don't let Tony lie to you.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, I'll be
Okay. Go
21
ahead, Freddie.
Friday.
Hey, and Freddie,
So
I'm gonna tell you this, and Tony and Poppin can back me up on this one. If you need any help, as far as the behind the scenes thing, just hit me up. All right, you can get at me on Instagram, X, or you send me an email at thearmchairgmcj.com. If you need any technical help, I got you covered.
Yeah, don't
all right,
find out
say
the
less.
hallway like Poppin. Don't be like Poppin.
Yeah, I be
Red,
trying
red,
stuff. I gotta call
red,
CJ sometime this week about what
Hey
what
man,
happened
hey
is.
hey
I
yo
messed
hey yo
up.
CJ, I'm really like
yes,
starting
sir.
from my phone like real quick because I don't have a computer right now, so I'm really starting from my phone type of thing, things like that. So I'm
Okay.
starting from really scratch, but my first one's gonna be the first one, little kinks and twists, but as the season gets on in the previews and things like that, because a lot of things I want to do, um, and I would greatly appreciate you guys pulling up and having some fun with me. And we just gonna do it like that every week. We gonna have those. I got a lot of topics and things. By the way, the logo will change as well, so it's gonna change colors and things like that. So I got a lot of things I'm
Okay.
doing with it.
All
Hey,
right.
did
Cool
you see
beans.
OBC Studio
Yeah.
comment?
Yeah. I was just about to put it up there.
Oh,
He says, at
okay.
Armchair GM CJ, Hasty hit me up about meeting in Charlotte. I've got a podcast studio right across the street from Pinky that I would love to talk to you about. Give me an email so we can link. Okay, got you. I'll definitely do that. All right.
That's what's up.
Red Fine Bomb.
Sir.
What you got?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That nigga ain't
Hey,
got no.
listen.
I'm saying, I'm be quiet.
No, you're all right. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right, Greek. But listen, I just want to give one quick piece of advice to Freddie. Coming up on your 21st birthday, if you decide and you have some partners, whoever, y'all go out, celebrate. I mean, you'll be 21. It's a great time to do so. Go easy on that axe, man. That
Yeah.
axe body spray. You put on too much.
I don't
Yeah,
even buy Axe body spray. I don't even buy that.
okay,
Yeah, no,
okay.
no,
But you
no,
don't
no.
need that. You don't need as much as you think you do. So
Yeah,
go
yeah,
easy
for
on
sure. But I
that.
don't even buy that.
Yeah.
Red,
Yeah,
you
no, I don't
showing your
even do
age,
Oh
that.
dog. You showing your
God.
age.
Sure you
Yeah,
don't,
he
Freddie.
is. Yeah, he is.
Oh
Cause I don't.
God.
Cause I don't even buy
Sure you
that.
don't, Freddie.
Oh
Sure you don't.
God.
Yeah, you you
Y'all.
you you do better with some Brute 33 if you gonna mess around with some axe.
Yeah, he don't know about that brute. He don't know about
He,
that
oh, he
brute
don't know.
comment.
That's right. My bad.
He
My
don't.
Hey,
bad.
He don't
I
He
know
don't
ain't
know
gonna
that.
about
Both
that.
of
lie.
y'all
I
showing
know
your
about
age.
brute.
That
I
my
am too.
bad.
I know about that
Hey
brute.
Freddie. Hey Freddie. Get you a bottle of cool water. That's a starting point. Get some cool
Oh,
water.
hey, I ain't gonna
Good.
lie. Cool water, good though. I love me some
Never
cool water
fails.
now.
Never fails. It puts you in
Never
there.
fails.
Hey,
All
listen
right.
to
I
UNC.
appreciate the advice though.
To
But
UNC,
I
my hat is
but I
off.
already know Red gonna show up though, so I ain't gotta worry about
Oh yeah.
that.
To, to UNC,
Go ahead,
man,
Red.
I had it. Thank you, CJ. To you, brothers, man. You and Tony, man. My hat is off. To y'all having me on the show. To Will, to PPP, to Poppin, to Freddie, um, um, Clay. Anybody else that I missed, man. I can't apologize for being who I am, and nor would
We don't
I.
want you to.
And y'all wouldn't expect me to. So I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
Nah.
always bring that competitive side and a bit petty at times, but I try to at least offer the host when they let me come up a degree of content that's entertaining, makes
Mm-hmm.
people think, and gives them the good reason to throw some rotten tomatoes at
Mm-hmm.
old Red Swarm.
I
So,
got
with that being said, man, this was a good one today, CJ. It was a
Oh,
I
good one.
appreciate
absolutely.
it.
That's what's
Hey,
up.
Red, and
Absolutely.
let me say this. I'm gonna tell you this for the final time. Whenever you come up here on my live and we get off, stop telling these people why you do the stuff that you do. If I didn't want you up here, you wouldn't be up here, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look,
Salute.
you good with me. That's all that matters. If
Yes,
I bring
sir.
you on
Yes,
my
sir.
show, don't stop explaining these
I,
people. You taking your. We know because you take a shot, I'm take a shot right back at you.
yes, sir. And CJ, I would hope I'm good with you after that damn necklace you sent me put a rash on my neck. So I hope I'm good with you.
Now I know you lying. Hey, look, it's
Yeah.
instead of red, that rash was processed blue.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
I'm
All
weak.
right, so
Thank
They
y'all
turn that
so much,
Absolutely.
red
man.
purple.
Thank
yes,
y'all.
sir. All right. Hey,
Not
again,
purple.
I appreciate everybody that's been with us today. All right. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for the support. Again, if you're joining us late, make sure you go back. Okay. Make sure you go back and check out this live from the beginning because it's a really good one. We had some good questions, some good answers, some good debate. Okay. And I appreciate everybody from joining. And again, if you like the show, feel free to donate. The Cash App is pinned in the comments. All right. Hit me with a super chat or just hit your boy up. You hit me on X and all social media at Armchair GMCJ. Okay. And again, Panther Nation, as always, I'm gonna leave y'all with three things. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding, man. I'll see you.